2022, I'll be paid at a rate of 15% of base pay. Now, the negotiations between the government side and organized labor concluded yesterday. Organized labor had demanded a 20% COLA, but it was slashed by 5% to 15%. Workers in the educational sector have embarked on industrial action on July 4, 2022 in relation to the COLA. At a press briefing, the Minister of Employment and Labour Relations, Ignatius Bafwewa, said, quote, at the end of the negotiations, they came up with a common communique. The communique was signed at the press briefing by Mr. Ignatius Bafwewa, the Minister of Finance, Ken Ofuriatta, Dr. Yao Ba for the TUC, Benjamin Arthur for Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, and Perpetual Furiampo for President of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association. Earlier, GBC News spoke to a labour consultant, and here are excerpts.
The government team, led by our minister, Honorable Ignatius Bafwewa, came to the conclusion that the President's directive, the time has come for us to also support public sector workers, looking at the prevailing economic conditions. So when we ask labor that what is the minimum, not the minimum, what can they do apart from the 20%, they eventually suggested, but after many back and forth, we finally agreed to offer them the 15%, and they accepted. We had to write an agreement to that effect. But the considerations were basically based on the fact that the economic circumstances that we find ourselves in demand the government pushing, for support public sector workers with the 15%, so that at least it may mitigate some of the hardships that they face. We have cited a copy of the agreement. It's both government and organized labor that have signed on to it. So we have all agreed. Not that the government just drew the 15%. It was actually the demand of labor. Many more meetings we have to consider and know that at least it's doable. That's why the government has. In fact, the organized labor also asked that, not that they asked, they also withdrew all served notice of all intention to strike based on the COLA.
Let's now bring you that industrial action that has been called off at the port, and calm has returned to the port of Tema, and vessel movement has resumed after industrial action by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority Workers' Union over the handling of 20% container traffic. Now, the authority has, from the midday of Thursday, July 14, sailed and berthed 11 vessels. On Tuesday 12 and Wednesday 13th July 2022, the local labour unions of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority staged an industrial action over the handling of 20% container traffic. In a statement, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority says it regrets the hold-up of vessel operations in the port. Its apologies to all stakeholders, including the shipping lines, importers and exporters, freight forwarders and transporters and transit partners. After a crunch meeting on Wednesday, July 13, 2022, a letter was issued under the hand of the Chief Executive of the Meridian Port Services, MPS, Mohammed Samara, indicating the willingness of the company to cede the handling of the 20% gateway container traffic to the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority for 2 years, effective 1st August 2022. Now, the statement adds that management is assuring all staff of its commitment to ensure effective implementation. Let's go to Parliament, where the minority members on the Privileges Committee say the Member of Parliament for Dome-Kwabenya, Ms. Adwoa Safo's case can only be decided finally by the plenary. Addressing the minority member on the committee, Alhaji ABA Fisaini, said the Privileges Committee has not recommended that Ms. Adwoa Safo's seat be declared vacant. Now, this comes in the wake of reports in some sections of the media asserting that the committee has agreed that the clerk writes to the EC to declare the seat of the Dome-Kwabenya MP vacant.
the Privileges Committee as we speak now is that there is no report on the 3 members that Mr. Speaker referred to us. It's true that, yes, we've met, we've deliberated, we have met 2 of the 3, but we have not issued a report as we speak. Let me also say in categorical terms that on the issue of Adwa Safu, the committee made it very clear, even though we are not constituted into a report, that we had no opportunity of hearing her. But even the clerk of the committee made it abundantly clear that he cannot say for certain that she had been, the correspondence that Parliament sought to get over to her had actually reached her. Standard Order 161, which governs the regulations of committees in this House, indicates that any recommendation of the committee will have to be put before the plenary. It refers it to the plenary for a decision to be made, and then through Mr. Speaker, the requisite action will then follow. We haven't even had the opportunity to even get a report, for the report to be laid, for the report to be brought before the House, for the House to even consider the report, and for a resolution on the matter to be taken. So look at all these steps. And so I think it is a mischievous rant by somebody who has a fertile imagination for mischief that put this thing. I want to believe that the chairman was either misquoted or it's a figment of somebody's imagination altogether.
NPP heads to the polls on Saturday, and the governing New Patriotic Party is heading to the polls to elect its national executives on Saturday, July 16, 2022. Now, with sleeves rolled up, the 47 aspirants vying for various positions have been crisscrossing the country, seeking the mandate of delegates to lead the NPP for the next 4 years. The Congress comes at a time when the governing party is seeking to address the challenges facing Ghana's economy ahead of the country's general election in 2024.
His timetable: this weekend's election will ultimately decide who succeeds Freddie Wasime-Wubley as chairperson of the party. Out of the 7 aspirants running for the chairmanship, 3 stalwarts have emerged as front-runners. They are George Kwabena Bankwa-Yeboah, Stephen Asamoah Boateng, and 4-time contender Stephen Ayesu-Ntim, who many have tipped to top the race this time round. Unlike the chairmanship contest, where the incumbent is retiring, the General Secretary position has 5 candidates, including the incumbent, facing off, each of them seeking to unseat John Boadu as General Secretary. The voluntary exit of Samia Uku as national organizer has paved the way for any of the 7 contenders to lead the party's grassroots mobilization. Notable among them are a former Member of Parliament for Tema East, Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover, and Henry Nana Boakye, who is seeking an elevation from his current position as National Youth Organizer. His seat is now being contended for by 4 fresh faces who are seeking to lead the party's youth wing. The incumbent National Women's Organizer, Kate Jemfwa, is also steeped in the fierce competition. NPP communicator Ellen Amadeko and Hajj Said, who acted as women's organizer in 2017, are both eyeing the women organizer position. Last week, the chairman of the election committee, Mr. Peter McMenu, explained why some key aspirants will not be on the ballots.
3 prospective aspirants for the positions of national organizer, national women's organizer, and national youth organizer, that is Dr. Kwame Afriyie, Kosua Sewa Bonsu, and Tumfo Klinsman Kakari Mensah, respectively resigned their decisions to contest. In effect, they withdrew from the contest. Honorable Ayikwe Otu, who was vying for the position of national chairman of the party, has however since withdrawn from the race.
To countenance vote buying, which has characterized party internal in the country, Mr. Peter McMenu says the party has arranged with the police to arrest persons seen attempting to influence the process. But the big question remains: who, when elected, could help the party win the 2024 elections, which has earned the catchphrase "breaking the 8" in the NPP.
Now, a member of our panel, our Friday all-women panel, Ellen Amadeko, is running for women's organizer, and she'll be on the table today with Thelma for a one-on-one session. You don't want to miss that. Let's look at Ghana's IMF program now, and the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, says factors that have contributed to the country's 17th IMF program can best be described as a, quote, quadruple whammy, unquote, which created huge budget deficits and destabilized the economy. Now, speaking on Ghana's 17th IMF program, Dr. Bawumia said though the war has affected prices globally, factors such as the banking sector cleanup, excess capacity payments in the energy sector, and COVID-19 cost the country 54 billion cedis. He said an interest rate of 8 billion cedis annually increased debt levels and exacerbated the country's economic challenges, hence the decision to seek stabilization support from the IMF.
The COVID-19 expenditures alone were not the reason for the large increase in Ghana's debt stock by the end of 2021. In fact, as I stated in my April 7th lecture this year, in addition to COVID-19, there are two major items of expenditure that are critical in understanding the evolution of the fiscal deficit and the debt. And these two items are the banking sector cleanup and the energy sector excess capacity payment. So we had direct COVID-19 expenditures amounting to 12 billion Ghana cedis. We had the banking sector cleanup costs amounting to 25 billion Ghana cedis, and the excess capacity payments amounting to 17 billion Ghana cedis. And the data shows that the three items, when you take COVID, banking sector cleanup, and the excess capacity payments, cumulatively amounted to 54 billion Ghana cedis. And that is the equivalent of $7 billion US dollars. Three items, $7 billion US dollars. With the challenges in accessing the international capital market, balance of payment support was needed to bridge this financing gap, stabilize the economy, and create the space to implement structural reforms and restore debt sustainability. And this is really the reason why Ghana had to go to the IMF. I should again note that Ghana has been hit with a quadruple whammy. A quadruple whammy. The energy sector excess capacity payments, banking sector cleanup, COVID-19, and the Russia-Ukraine war. We have been hit by this quadruple whammy. And I say again that if you take out the fiscal impact of this quadruple whammy, Ghana will not be going to the IMF for support because our fiscal and debt and balance of payments outlook would be sustainable.
Let's go to the Jubilee House, where 7-member committee of the African Peer Review Mechanism Governing Council was sworn in at the Jubilee House in Accra. Now, while inducting the team into office, President Akufo-Addo reiterated Ghana's commitment to the APRM and said Ghana is determined to submit herself to a second review, an indicator that the country is willing to join the League of Countries on the continent which have undertaken their second reviews.
RM was initiated in 2002 by the African Union and implemented in 2003. It was adopted by member states of the African Union within the framework of the new Partnership for Africa's Development, NEPAD, as a self-monitoring tool. The APRM is a vehicle for sharing experiences, reinforcing best practices, identifying deficiencies, and assessing capacity building needs to foster policies, standards, and practices. All these lead to political stability, high economic growth, sustainable development, and regional and continental integration. Swearing in the 7-member APRM team, President Akufo-Addo charged the Council to oversee Ghana's second review under the peer review mechanism.
Of government's determination to ensure that this is done, so our country can continue to maintain and strengthen its status as a trailblazer of good governance in West Africa. the independence and political neutrality of Ghana's Governing Council are crucial to the successful execution of its mandate. I charge all of you to remain independent, professional, and dedicated to the objectives of the APRM in assessing and reviewing governance under the 4 thematic areas of democracy and political governance, economic governance and management, corporate governance, and broad-based sustainable socio-economic development.
The chairman of the APRM Governing Council is Most Reverend Professor Imon Asante.
Cannot be happier than anything more than you have said, than assuring us of the second review. We were among the pioneers that acceded to the APRM and the first to be reviewed. But when it came to the second review, subsequent reviews, we became so stagnant, so slow. And anytime we are in conferences on the continent and elsewhere, members of the APRM elsewhere look up to us. We have become a model, and yet some of them have been able to conduct their second reviews. So, Your Excellency, we are so grateful to you, and we will also not let you down.
The supporting council members are Mr. Richard Kwesin, Mr. Samuel Akuyamo Pasari, Mr. Lord Mansfield Badu, Mrs. Gifty Afanyidazi, Mrs. Kathleen Korte Ayensu, and Mr. David Asante Apietu. Edward Nyakun, reporting for GBC News.
Now, the World Health Organization, WHO, is warning that Africa is facing a growing risk of outbreaks of diseases that spread from animals to people. It says these zoonotic outbreaks have increased by more than 60% over the last decade, with a large spike recorded since 2019. Most of the cases have involved the Ebola virus, other viral hemorrhagic diseases, dengue fever, anthrax, and monkeypox. The WHO's Regional Director for Africa, Machidi Somweti, said there was a need to act now to stop Africa becoming a hotspot for emerging infectious diseases. The WHO says among the reasons behind the spread of diseases are rapid population growth, increased demand for food derived from animals, and encroachment on wildlife habitats. It's a Friday, a lot of activity lined up for the weekend. Our favorite meteorologist joins us on the phone lines. Felicity Ahafianyo, who's the head of Central Analysis and Forecasting at the Ghana Meteo Agency. Hello, Felicity. Good morning.
Good morning, Maltiti.
I experienced some showers of rain when I was on my way to work. How is our Friday going to look like? And then our weekend?
Yeah, thanks so much for that observation. The season in which we are, these are the type of weather that we are anticipating for the in the morning and then in the evening hours. So for today, Friday, we are expecting it to be variably cloudy today with chances of light rain expected over some places over the southern sector, where Greater Accra form part, western region and parts of central region will also experience it. Likewise, those of us in the Ashanti and part of the eastern region. Currently, we are having mist and fog patches over Seshibekwai, Ketekrachi, Kintampo, Gosu, and Eastern Barons. We expect it to clear by sunrise into partly cloudy conditions. And then the northern sector too, we are expecting some partly cloudy conditions today, this morning. Then in the afternoon, the sun will break through. We are expecting rain this afternoon over Takrady, Aksim, Ho, Koforidua, Achimda, Kumasi, and Obuasi. And we are having 40% chance of rain for them. And in the evening, expecting rain and thunderstorms over the northern portions. Navrongo, Damango, Boli, Tamale, Narilugu, and Wa is expected to have thunderstorms with rain. In terms of temperatures, we'll still be in the lower 30s across the country, 33, 34 for the northern sector, 32 for the middle sector, 30, 31 for the coastal in terms of the sea, to also remain rough. We are not having much rain clouds over the sea, so it's pretty cool for fishing activities, but then they just have to be a bit careful. The water lake too is cool for fishing this morning into the late afternoon hours. Thereby, we are expecting some localized rainstorm that's likely to form over their area. So from 3 upwards, it's advisable that they call the forecast office on the landline to confirm if the system has, they can advise themselves. Saturday is also going to be cloudy in the morning with light rain occurring over places. Then the sun will break through in the afternoon where we can do our washing activities. But then those of us over the north, it's likely we may not see the sun tomorrow. Sunday is going to be a bit stable for us, especially during the afternoon hours, but then it will still be mostly cloudy with light rain here and there. So this is how it's going to be from now till tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday.
Right. Thank you so much. Felicity just gave us a roundup of how your weather will look like today and tomorrow. I did catch her saying that there'll be 40% chance of rainfall around Tadi, Axim, and Ho, Koforidua as well. If you're traveling, if you have activities lined up, you should know how to plan your day. You can still watch this on Facebook at the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation and get a comprehensive of the weather forecast as Felicity Ahafianyo just gave us. So that's it for GTV Breakfast News at 6 a.m. Before I take leave of you, I'll be back at 7 a.m. for sports. Our favorite forecaster has a birthday wish. She says, "You have been our source of strength, our mentor, our advisor, our confidant, and our friend, our mother, and our support any day, anytime. May this new year come with good health, grace, mercies, and favor. May you live to see your great-grandchildren. A happy birthday to Mrs. Vaida Ofuri Amwa, also known as Ajua Adumia of Ashaliboche Japan Motors, from your children and grandchildren." And this is a special one from our favorite forecaster. The show is packed. It's a Friday, of course. You know we serve you the best breakfast. Our tech segment is up next with Thelma and our tech expert, after which the scoop will come your way with the controversial Kojo Sheldon, and the lifestyle will bring you Afro pop. Stay with us. I'll be back at 7 with sports.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sunana Sheikh Armiya Shu'aib, kakakin National Chief Imam. Dukkanmu muna da labari cewa jakadan da ke kulawa da kiwon lafiya, sannan da ma'aikatan da ke kulawa da kiwon lafiya sun yi buki na buɗe kai na alluran COVID-19 a cikin watan Maris na shekara 2021. Tun da aka yi wannan bukin buɗe kai, miliyoyi daga cikin 'ya'yan ƙasa sun yi wannan alluran. Ni kuma ina farin ciki in tabbatar muku cewa ni kuma na yi. Amma cikin wannan halin da muke, akwai kuma miliyoyi daga cikin mutane da ba su yi wannan alluran ba. Kada ka yarda tsoro da zance na ɓace-ɓace ya hana ka yin wannan alluran. Maganin allura na COVID-19 magani ne ina da inganci, yana da ƙarfi, kuma ana yin shi ba tare da an karɓi kuɗi ba. Saboda hakan nan ka yi ƙoƙari ka haɗa kanka, kai maka kawo kanka don a yi maka wannan alluran da kai da iyalinka. Ka tabbatar ka kula cewa dukkanmu ba mu da garkuwa, ba mu da kiyaye, ba mu da fita, face kowa daga cikinmu ya yi wannan allura. Ka yi ƙoƙari ka dunga sa takunkumi na fuska don ka kiyaye kanka. Ka wanke hannunka da sabulu ƙarƙashin ruwa wanda yake mai gudana, sannan kuma ka kula da yin tazara tsakaninka da mutane. Ka yi ma kanka garkuwa, ka yi ma iyalinka garkuwa, saboda don mu dukanmu mu samu kiyayewa ga barin kamuwa da wannan ciwo na COVID-19.
Today he has been extra sweet, and the way he looks at me.
I have done everything by the book. It's on. Hey, but I have to get some condoms, Charlie.
Using a condom will protect you and your partner from HIV, STIs, and unplanned pregnancy. Condoms are an effective way for protection against HIV infection. Don't take risks. Use a condom every time. Always come prepared.
This advert is brought to you by the Ghana AIDS Commission and Ghana Healthcare.
Everybody clap your hands. You are gracious. I can taste it.
Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show.
Good morning, my neighbors.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. It's a good morning, and we serve you breakfast. Not just any breakfast. Sizzling healthy.
Yeah, all the time. Okay, let's take a peek. I brought my spine.
There are certain things that we do to help the children with their brushing.
And there's much more on offer on GTV Breakfast.
You want it served buffet style?
On-site restaurant.
Complimentary breakfast?
Off of your plate chicken vegetables. So in my lifetime, I haven't seen Ghana Black Stars win an African Cup.
Can I show what is written on the back?
Yes, definitely.
Where's the camera?
Just stand and turn. So what's your pleasure than Botras, yeah? At that time of the morning. So never skip breakfast.
On GTV Breakfast.
From Monday to Friday at 6 a.m.
We've got you covered with a trusted team.
Is the message from the Bethel Choir, taking us nicely into this segment. It's Friday. Let's all arrive alive. It will be very busy this weekend for some, especially for those in the Elephant Fraternity. And watch out for that interview with Elena Madeko as she makes a case for why she should get National Women's Organizer. For now, we are talking trends. And in this day and age, young people like trends. And a lot of people follow trends to get news and other things that are making topical waves on social media. How does a matter come to trend on social media? Is the question we are asking this morning. If you want to trend, how do you do it? How do you utilize search engine optimization and hashtags in order to get your content in the top trends? And that's what we'll be seeking to understand today. And our tech expert is seated to help us understand what we need to do. David, CEO of Cyber Zone Ghana. David, welcome.
Thank you.
So in the age of TikTok, Kafu say TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, which is my go-to place to check on what the top trends are, how does a subject come to trend? How many hits or mentions are required to bring any topic into the trend zone?
All right, thank you and good morning to our viewers. So you said now we have all the social giants around us, and to trend, there are some key elements. There are basic stuff that we need to pay attention to. Now to trend, what I would say, you need to break the people's rule. Right, so that is the word. You need to break the people's rule.
Break the people's rule.
Yeah. So I'm going to dive into that. But the other point that we have to also check, and that is we have to check the content. See, now we have it in twofold. We have the category and we have the geographical boundary. Right, so assuming I'm in the category of tech, what is my niche, or who are my niche? Who are my audience? What are they looking for from me, DK? Right, so you define that. Before you will trend, you need to find who your audience are, the geographical boundary, right? The category that you fall in, because we have the sport, we have the entertainment, we have the tech side. So you have to define that. Now, after defining that, that is when your content can trend. Now, before your content will trend, it needs to be creative, unique. Right. Now, we talk about Twitter. Today, if you go to Twitter, there are a lot of things trending in Ghana. That's why I said geographical boundary, because if you go to Nigeria, their trends are different. So Ghana here, what is trending, I think, is the IMF, Chamaun to me, and Adjoa Safo, and those stuffs. Right. So if you want to trend, there are some basic things that you have to do. Now, you have to check your content. What content are you bringing out? How creative is the content? How would people buy into it? Trending is just about getting more interaction, getting more engagement. You don't ask people to share content. You create the room for them to share the content. So if I should do a content this morning, hi, welcome, this is GBC. Can you share this post for me? I have not created any need for them to share.
Okay.
But when I say, okay, do you know DK Cyber is here to give you tips? What do you think about that? Someone come, no, this guy can't give me any tips. This guy can give me a tip. Then you create that room for people to have, you create that interaction room.
So if the content is good, there will be no need for you to ask people to share?
No.
Okay.
So there's no need, because right now you have created a room for them to share for you, because what you are talking about, someone wants someone somewhere to also hear about that. See, you understand? So you need to create that. So that's why we say that you need to be creative. You need to be creative. Now, I said that you have to break the people's rule. What do we mean by this? Now, there are two things here. We have the system rule and we have the people rule. Now, the system rule, what we call the privacy policy. Now, every social media platform has got its own privacy policy. So when you go against their privacy policy, you might not get a lot of engagement. I assuming using more hashtag on your Instagram account, whereby they've said that the highest you could use is 30. So if you go more than that, you are just bringing your account down in terms of getting more reach. So you need to know the privacy policy of the platform. Most of the platforms talked about violations, child online, those stuff. So you need to know what you post on such platform. Now the people rule are what? Now the people say, okay, if there's a trending something, let me jump into it. If everyone is talking about dance, let me also do a dance. That's the people rule on the social media. But what is your rule? You have to break that rule, right? So we have a guy, I think today you have an interview with Kojo Shorten where he came out with something called what? The Yawa of the day. So there were lots of things going on. He found, okay, no, there are so many Yawa around. Let me call something Yawa of the day. He got so many attacks, you know, they were talking against him, his head, and he said, okay, let me take opportunity called the convo with the head, right? So that becomes another segment for him, you understand? So you need to define those things, right? So to trend on the social media is not just about doing something. Take pen or take your mobile phone and you have to just analyze the social media very well. Look at the things that you can do, right? The best thing that you can do in a creative way. You could see people doing the same thing. It's tech. People are talking about tech. Okay, what about, let me go and find some code, because people might be so much attractive to code. Then you see you're trending, you understand? So it's about you being able to create something out of what is going on, make your own unique. So you break the rule.
There's so many social media platforms now. Which one would you say is the easiest to get a trend on?
Great.
Is it easier to trend on TikTok? Is it easier to trend on Twitter? Where? Because some businesses may want ideas on how to promote their goods and services.
Fantastic. So you see, you have so many social media, and all the social media platforms to stand for some basic stuff, right? Now, if you're talking about Twitter, you know how Twitter is. It's for the advanced world, or let's say the class world. So if you are someone who do more vlogging, like video stuff, you might not think of going to maybe Twitter too, because Twitter is about the test and, you know, it's highly intellectual some way, right? Then you also, if you do videos, so you should check your content, your product, what you do, the service you are providing. So you can think of TikTok. Now, when you get to TikTok, you know that TikTok, you don't do writings there. TikTok, you don't do pictures there. You do, it's in the form of video. You create a short video and let people laugh over it, or let people enjoy that content, and that is it. We have Facebook, and Facebook, as it stands today, Facebook has almost about 2.9 billion active users, right? So Facebook, like that, you can also consider that, and you know that you can use Facebook to draw traffic, because of people on Facebook. So you can use Facebook to draw your traffic to anything that you are doing on any other platform. So if you want to trend, now there are some platforms that they are so easy for you to trend, and those platforms are like, let's say TikTok, one for example, because TikTok, look at how their system is. You can't skip it. It comes all the same. So, but if you go to Twitter, unless you search for DK Cyber before you go to my page to look for DK Cyber. But on TikTok, you see the videos coming. If you like it or not, it comes, right? So if you use, if you are using TikTok, you can create maybe a good content, a video, then you can trend with that one. Facebook too, same, because Facebook has almost about, I said, at 2.9 billion, and YouTube too has almost about 2.2 billion. So you need to look at for all those platforms, and there are some platforms they are difficult to trend. Platform like YouTube, though we have a lot of people there, but they are difficult to trend. Yeah, but platform like Facebook, you can easily trend when you have good content, you have creative content, and also TikTok. Then if you are writing type, you can enjoy convo, like you can have those arguments with people. And go into it, you know, and Instagram too for business and also for posts, you understand? So you can also use Instagram for that thing.
How can we use hashtags to sort of kickstart a trend? What should we look out for when creating these hashtags? What should we have in mind?
Okay, so we have a lot of hashtags that we can think of. We have personal hashtags, we have business hashtags, we have trending hashtags. So you have to create your own hashtag. Now, at the beginning, maybe you are new, so you can try to use people hashtag. But always be careful when you are using hashtag. Use hashtag defined in your niche. Use hashtag around your content. So for me, I do, let's say, tech. I can't use political hashtags because I'm not in that era, you know. So you use hashtag in your niche or around what you do, right? Then you also create an hashtag for you. So assuming you can just do something. We have days hashtags. So you can say, okay, hashtag Monday tips, you know, if it's about Cyber Wednesday, hashtag Cyber Wednesday is my hashtag. So the more it goes, people use that hashtag, I get more interactions on my post. And people can also use that hashtag. The more the hashtag is going, the more I also get interaction. So we have already hashtags that are trending on Instagram and other places that you can also use. But always try to create your own hashtag. In creating a hashtag, you can be unique. Just create something because you are starting the trend, right? So any hashtag you use and it's catchy for people, they will follow up. So don't mind, you can just, if it's a business, okay, if you sell, let's say, books, okay, read tips Monday, something, you just found something, right? And the more people use it, the more you get engagement. And hashtag works very well. And Instagram, you have to know how we use our hashtags on Instagram, because you might use some hashtag, you invite bot on your platform.
What's bot?
Fantastic. We have systems program already for some basic stuff. So we have a bot that have an account. They set it to a bot, and whereby if you use a hashtag, you interact, or you get people who have signed on to that bot, whereby you use, let's say, hashtag cybersecurity, and you use that hashtag, you see people coming to DM you, oh, can't you promote your ad on this platform? Can't you do that? Because they've already signed on to that that hashtag, right? So they've attached themselves to the hashtag. So if you're using a hashtag, you have to know the hashtag you are using. Some of the hashtag we use, we invite those bots, those automated messages to come to our platform. So someone will just use an hashtag, and you just go under his or her post, and you see that, oh, why can't you you can promote this on my page rather, but you've not really DM'd the person, you've not said anything to the person. It's because of the hashtag. But just by using the hashtag.
So it gives you some kind of visibility.
Yes, and those ones, that's what I'm saying, that we have bots, and we have, that's automated. They've created it, so if you use their hashtag, then they get access to you, or they get access to your account. They can send you a message, and they'll interact with you.
You talked about how important it was to use hashtags that revolve around the product or you provide.
Yeah.
And you're saying that, for example, if you are tech, and so you would avoid political hashtags.
Yeah.
What else is a no-no when it comes to creating hashtags? What should you avoid apart from the subjects not being in the area where you're offering the product or service?
So most of the platforms speak against those sexual content and irrelevant content. So if you create an hashtag around those words, you might got banned, or you might got blocked, or they can take some kind of let's say permission that you have on a platform. So we need to avoid using such explicit hashtags, like those abusive hashtags, those sexual hashtags. We have to stop using it, and you need to use an hashtag that you know of. Right, you know of. You can't just use any hashtag that you don't know. You can just go to, if it's Instagram, you can just go to the Explorer where the trending stuff and check some of the trending hashtag. And if you see the hashtag is around what you do, you can use the hashtag.
Right. So we have our own hashtag here on the show, GTV Breakfast. If we wanted GTV Breakfast to trend, to be in the top trends today, if anybody wanted their hashtag to be in the top trends today, what kind of process do they have to go through? How many people have to use the hashtag for it to get into that app level?
All right, so thank you. So in using such hashtag, we have some people called influencers. People who already have audience engagement on the social platform. So then you invite them to use some of your hashtag for you. So if the hashtag is GTV Breakfast, today we have Kojo Sheldon coming on the show. He has a lot of engagement. He should use our hashtag GTV Breakfast whenever he's doing a post today, right? And that will help us also get his audience to come on our page, right? So hashtag, you invite people to use your hashtag, and most importantly, you try to get some influencers, right? People have a lot of engagement to use your hashtag. Then also you ask other people to use your hashtag, and make sure that the key point here is a consistency, right? Make sure that you consistently use the hashtag, let people know about that. So sometimes you might someone will just go and see what is moving and will just say, oh, GT Breakfast, let me use it, you understand? And that will get you more engagement. So the key point here is that be consistent on your social platform when you're posting this stuff, and also using your hashtag, and also get influencers to also use. Not too much, one or two people can use it, and ask people to also use your hashtag.
At this point, I'm hearing Valerie whispering into my spirit. The hashtag to follow is GTV Breakfast. She's whispering that into my spirit. But when we talk about the general topic of trending, it's not always good news that trends, right? How do we ensure that we are on the good side of trends and not on the bad side? In fact, give us some examples of bad trends that you have seen. I've seen some people like sex tapes and other things go viral, and other negative content trending. And just keep it positive.
All right, great. So, we have this, we think that negative stuff trends very well, and that is it. Those sexual, those negative content really trend very well. But sometimes that's not the case. Yeah, we need to stay positive, because see, after trending, you need to stay relevant. So just ask yourself, whatever you are bringing out to trend, can you stay relevant? Can you stay in line with that? If it is about showing yourself, is it something that you want your future people to see, your future children to see? So the point here is that negative stars trend very well, but it brings you bad image, right? So we have a lot of trends, people, I don't want to mention them here, but we have a lot of bad trends that has happened on the social media, of which we don't want to be part. We can't be creative.
But if you're looking for publicity and fame,
yeah, it's not about negative.
It's good to trend, right?
It's good to trend, but it's not good to trend in a negative way, right? To the positive. See, I think Kelly on TikTok, we have all girls twerking, shaking themselves, but she came in with something different, right? And you saw guys even going on bed with this video, you understand? She came in with something different, and that is not really bad, but she just modified what it is and did it her way, and she trend, So the point here is that it's not about the content you are, it's about the content you are bringing out. If it's negative, it has an impact on your life.
But then others would say, and let me say here that these are opinions, or whatever happens online, those are the opinions that other people share. GBC News and GTV does not necessarily share those opinions. We just want to raise a topic so that if you find the need to improve on your trending skills, then you will have the tech and the know-how to do that. I just want to say that there are some people who actually enjoy the negativity, they enjoy the buzz, they like the thrill of being in the news.
That's their
For
style.
them, that works.
So that is the niche that they've defined for themselves, and that is what they want to do.
And there's an audience for it.
There's an audience for it. Everything, like anything that you find on the social media, there's an audience for it. Right now, you can just, if you try to start moving your shirt, removing your things, like you have people watching that, and it's a huge audience for it. So don't forget, anything that you do, there's an audience for it. So what audience are you creating for yourself? After the social media, I have physical life. Is it something that you can go out with it? You show yourself on the social media and people see outside, how would people feel about you? We have some musician around in South Africa, she goes on stage and people will be touching her, all those stuff. Is this something that when you go out, you can let people do? You understand? So the things that happen on the social media will have an impact on your life. So if you are choosing a trend, then choose a good trend. We have people, see, if you want to trend a negative way, we have people who have defined themselves in that way, and also they've already built a brand.
But even negativity is subjective. So what may be okay, and it may bring joy to some other people.
But the point here is that the
so long as
platforms,
it's not breaking the law.
Yes, so that is the point here. You need to check the privacy policy of the platform. So most of those online platforms speak against sharing of explicit content, abusive words. So if you are someone who likes to trend through that manner, you know that you are breaking the system rule. Right, so you have to be very careful about that. And most of those people got a lot of sanctions on their account. And I have a lot of people who they call you, DK, I can't do this, I can't do that. So as a result of this post that you did, especially even today, the business that sells those enhancement products, most of their content are not able to be promoted. You can't promote such content. You can post it, but you can't boost it, because they won't allow you to boost it. So that should tell you that the system itself is preventing you from doing that. And the more you do, you have sanctions like you cannot comment, you cannot post, you cannot add hashtags to your product and those things. So that should give you that the system don't like this. So if the system don't like, the system was created for the people, then the people too is not good for us.
So once you hit trend zone, how can you bring all that traffic into your wallet? How can you make money from trending?
So we do say that numbers is money. So if you have the numbers, you should make money out of it. So that's where people start doing advertisement, start doing blogging, start doing vlogging. You know, you can also be a brand ambassador for a product. So if you have the numbers, that means when you post, you have a lot of engagement. So people will love you to post for them, right? So that's the easiest way people do today is when they have the numbers, they start advertising products for other people. They start blogging, you know, and those is kind of way to get money. But not only that, some of the platforms will pay you, like TikTok, like this. If you're on a TikTok and you have a lot of engagement, you can do TikTok live, and that one, the money is instant. The more people are gifting you, you can convert that into your CDs or dollar and go and cash out.
I found out recently that if people send you flowers on TikTok or something, then that's you enjoy in
it's
your
serious.
wallet.
That's how TikTok today they make their money.
When Kafi was trying to sell the TikTok idea to me, he didn't tell me about the flowers bit. Otherwise, I would have started my learn to speak Ga on TikTok very quickly.
Yeah. People are making money on
left
TikTok.
out that crucial detail. When we talk about trending, we also talk about products and services, but organizations can also use that to improve their visibility on social media. Give us some tips on how to do that.
All right, so I think a practical example is even GBC. Some years ago, when it comes on the social media, our presence wasn't that felt. But today, we are moving up, and today we are in the trend. So what happened? It's about branding, changing the face, you know, bringing in new dimension, being creative. So organization, you want to really come out into the trend. What do you do? What is your product? What is your service? Then create something creative out of it, right? Assuming it's GBC, you have to be one consistency, right? Keep posting and keep bringing what relevant content out. It's not just about any post, but relevant content that makes meaning to people, affect people's life. People are interested and eager to read. You know, that is trending. Trending is just about getting more interaction, getting the interest of the people. That's where they start posting, reposting, retweeting, and all those stuff. So we need to check that. So if you're an organization and you want to trend, you need to check your product and service, what you do, and rebrand it, have it in a way that today it's mostly the youth. We are found on the social media today. So what we would like, recreate it in a way that we would like, and that is all.
So the goal is to make the content appealing to the age demographic that are usually on social media, which is young people. So when you're able to do that, what kind of benefits can you get from trending? We've talked about the money, but what else does trending add to your life? Because there are people who are fixated on trending. What does it bring to you?
So I think that the common thing is the fame. You become famous, that people call them celebrity. They have nothing to be celebrated for, but just they became famous. They are famous, right? So that is the point. People start, people would then know you wherever you go. Oh, can I take a picture with you? Aside the money stuff, you become famous, right? And also your business keep booming because you have the numbers. When you post, you have a lot of engagement, you have a lot of interaction. So people are eager to do business with you, and that also people found it like so easy to do business with you because they know that you're always in a trend and you are not someone that you scam them or you take like their money and run away, because you're already in the trend and people know you are famous. So at least they have that kind of surety or safety in that they can do business with you. So those are some of the positive and advantage that you could get.
I asked you before, how many times does someone need to share your hashtag or phrase that you've used for it to appear in the top trends, perhaps on Twitter?
As much as possible.
As many times as possible. Because I've heard some people say, oh, if you get 1,000 people to use the hashtag, then it moves into trend zone. Is that true?
It's not always true. It's not always the point here.
Okay. Yeah. So then I'll ask you to take us through, how can somebody find out what's trending? I know how to search for my trends on Twitter because I just go to search and then it's always there. How do you look for what's trending on other social media platforms? Facebook, Instagram, and the rest.
All right, so with the Twitter is quite simple. You just open and you go to your search and you see this morning. You see based on the geographics, like that Ghana or world, like you see them there. But when it goes to, so trending is more on the Twitter side. But when it comes to, let's say, Instagram too, you see them at the Explorer, where you see a lot of stars. So when you go to Instagram, where you see the posts coming in the Explorer, you can go and see the hashtags that are trending there. And Facebook, normally hashtags are not really that much common there, but we have the hashtags too on Facebook that under your feed, your news feed, you see trending there and you see the things that are trending over there. And TikTok there, you definitely see them because it keeps coming, and always wherever you use, wherever you pass, you see that coming in.
It's this concept of challenge. You come up with some kind of challenge, other people do it, and then it becomes a trend. So does the trend come before the challenge, or does the challenge come before the trend? And is there a difference?
So we have it in so many ways. So you can set a challenge, right? And within the challenge, we have a trend in there. You can also have a trend, right? Then you set a challenge on the trend, right? So right now we can have a challenge, say Friday tech tips. Okay, can you do this? Then we start a challenge, right? And with that we have an hashtag that will be trending with that.
How long can a subject or a topic or a conversation trend?
As far as it's still relevant to the people, it's still trend. Right, so we have some trends that will be in the news for almost a week, a month, as far as it's relevant and it's key for the people. Some trend comes within a day, two, then it's off because it's just a lack or something. It didn't really existed. It doesn't have solid grounds, But some of the trends really, it can stay long because it's still relevant and it still makes meaning to the people. So it will keep trending. We have people who have been a trend for so many times and they always trend.
Right. I think we'll be wrapping up this conversation very shortly. I don't know if we have some messages that Kaf would come over to read, but what really should we take away when we think about trending? What should be the first things that come to mind? Maybe profiles and pages. What should we really be looking out for, and what basics should we get so that we know that we are on the positive side rather than the negative?
Great. So to trend, I always say you need to be creative. You need to be creative and you need to be consistent. You see people doing this way, try to do it the other way, right? Break the people's rule, and that you will trend. And make sure that you don't use any negative trends, right? Because those will affect you personally, right? Because aside the social media, I have a personal life. So try to use positive trends, or try to engage yourself in positive trends, not always the bad trends that we know that this one will definitely trend for you. No. So try to create something unique and define your target, that is your audience, your niche. Know the people who are following you and give them what they like, right? So if yours is sports, if yours is entertainment, give them what you like, and that you will trend.
Dave, tell people how to reach you. Everybody is basically your friend on social media already, but let our audience know where they can find you.
All right, so it's DK Cyber Zone on the social media, and if you want to WhatsApp me, it's +233 552 373603. +233 552 373603. Yes.
A lot of people have been losing their accounts, eh?
Yes.
And we are calling you and we are asking you to help. So what do you tell people when they've lost these accounts and they are desperate to get back in touch with the outside world?
Because account recovery is not easy. We have it in twofold. Either the system help you to recover the account, or you take it back from the person who had the account.
Who took it from you. And that's always a challenge, isn't it? David, thank you so much. Hopefully you give us more tips on how we can build our trend on our own social media handles, and we'll have you again hopefully next week to talk more tech tips. David Jedu is the CEO of Cyber Zone Ghana, and he's been telling us about how to trend. So if you wanted any tips on how you can get your content and your topics, things that are of interest to you in the top trends, perhaps now you are better placed to do that. We'll be back next week with another edition of Tech Tips. In the meantime, the breakfast show continues. Shortly, we'll have Maltiti come up with the breakfast sports news. And after that, Elena Madeko sits with us to make a case for why she should get the post of National Women's Organizer for the NPP as they march on in their quest to break the 8th National Delegate Conference starting today at the Ohenijan Sports Stadium, ending on Sunday. And this is where we take a quick break, and we'll be back to continue the program. It's a Friday. A lot of activity will be happening today and over the weekend. I'm sure you want to know what's happening in sports away from all the tech tips on how to trend on social media. We are going to talk sports now on GTV Breakfast with me, Maltiti Saida Sadiq. The stories or news that are making headlines in the sporting world. Suleiman Tare is cautioning the players, Ghanaian players, not to switch their nationality because they just want to play for the World Cup. We'll give you details of what he said and his advice to our young stars. GFA also dismisses Inter Allies' appeal against the match-fixing allegations involving Ashanti Gold. IFBB West Africa Championship to be held in Accra. That's bodybuilding. We'll bring you those details as well. South Africa has booked a place in the World Cup. We'll bring you some transfer news. We'll do some tennis. The WAFCON 2022 is still ongoing. We'll bring you all the highlights of the games that have been played so far as well. Let's start off with Suleiman Tare speaking to the Black Stars, or players who will be playing for our Black Stars in the World Cup passionately. Now he says, unlike the 2006 and 2010 World Cups, where at most 2 players would switch nationality to play for the Black Stars, this time as many as 6 players have completed a nationality switch to play for Ghana ahead of the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Now, first to announce his availability was Atletico Bilbao forward Inaki Williams, then Tariq Lamptey, Steven Ambrosius, Patrick Lefa and Ransford Yeboah. According to the GFA president, Ketu Kreku, also available for call-up is the embattled Southampton defender, Mohamed Salisu. Now, Suleiman Tare has been speaking to GTV Sports about recent nationality switches, and he cautions the players not to switch nationality just because they want to play at the World Cup. Let's listen to him.
There are few players in Kwarase. Okay. So the new players, Williams, the Inaki Williams guy, and English ones that are in, the few ones that are about to come in. I pray they do, but it's not that you should switch your nationality because you want to play in the World Cup. The thing is that Ghana is different. The Black Stars is different. I don't know about these Black Stars, but the Black Star that we had before is different. So you can switch and come in and re-switch and go back because you won't be able to play.
Okay.
If you don't really commit yourself to the nation, you won't play because it's beautiful, but it's also rough. Rough meaning not rough in the camp whatsoever, meaning people fight for their positions, and you're not playing for only yourself or the passport that you have, but you're playing for everybody here in Ghana and the continent, because you represent the Black Stars, you represent the whole of Africa. If you are going to the World Cup, it's totally a different thing. Yeah.
Advice from a player who has seen it all when it comes to all the big games or competitions or tournaments in the world, Sule Muntari. Now, the Ghana Football Association Appeals Committee dismissed Inter Allies' match-fixing appeal against their relegation to Division 2 after they were found guilty of match-fixing plus 100,000 Ghana cedis fine. Inter Allies played the pre-arranged match against Ashanti Gold on the final match day of the 2021-2022 season, where Inter Allies defender Hashmin Musa admitted to scoring 2 own goals to foil a match-fixing plot as the game ended 7-0. In his decision, the GFA Appeals Committee stated that evidence available to the committee supports the conclusion reached by the disciplinary committee that the match was not played competitively or under competitive circumstances and therefore maintains the ruling. Yesterday, Ashanti Gold had the appeal dismissed by the committee. Let's look at bodybuilding in Ghana. 23 athletes from 5 African countries, namely Ghana, Togo, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Nigeria, have been registered for this year's International Federation of Bodybuilding West Africa Championship to be held in Accra. The registration and weigh-in, which began yesterday and is expected to end today, was successfully undertaken as a one-day exercise at the arena. Now, the main event of the championship takes place today at the Gamashi Hall of the Bukom Boxing Arena. Hope to see you at the Bukom Boxing Arena. The 2022 AFCON is still ongoing. The Super Falcons of Nigeria have defeated Cameroon 1-0 in their Women's Africa Cup of Nations quarter-final clash to make yet another appearance at the World Cup. Now, Nigeria's attacker Rasheedat Ajibade scored in the 56th minute to increase her tally to 3 in the competition. With this victory, the Super Falcons will be gunning for their 10th title. All 4 teams that made the semi-finals pick automatic tickets for the Women's World Cup. Here are the highlights. South Africa has booked a ticket to the World Cup. It was another lone goal affair as Bayana of South Africa edged out of their Tunisian counterparts to pick the last ticket to the FIFA Women's World Cup in 2023 in New Zealand, Australia. The South Africans zoomed into the semi-finals of the ongoing WAFCON in Morocco following the lone goal victory over Tunisia in the last round of quarter-final games. Now they will now take on Zambia in Monday's semi-final, while Nigeria face host Morocco in the second semis. Marcus Rashford wants to put a difficult season behind him as he looks to bounce back under their new manager Erik ten Hag. The 24-year-old scored only 4 times in 25 league appearances, and his poor run of form also cost him his spot in the England team. A move was very lonely. I don't know what you say, but on the matters of the Blues, Chelsea seems to have ended their interest in signing Manchester United forward Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portugal international wants to leave the club and has been linked with a move to Stamford Bridge. But after signing former Manchester City forward Raheem Sterling Wednesday, Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel says his focus is now on the defense. When asked about interest in Ronaldo, the Chelsea boss says Ronaldo's career speaks for himself. Still on transfer news, Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool has leaped to the defense of new signing Darwin Núñez following his underwhelming debut in Liverpool's 4-0 pre-season defeat against Manchester United. that our players don't play to please our coach, like the Manchester United people in the studio are making noise. Paul is one of them. We don't play to please our coach. You see us back in good form when the league starts. Let's move to some tennis. Now, three-time Open champion Tiger Woods admitted that it was very, very meaningful to be able to make it to the 150th Open Championship at St. Andrews, but didn't do a very good job of it. And the 46-year-old is likely to miss the cut after an opening round 78. Come back next month at the Open in Toronto, Canada. 23-time Grand Slam singles champion played in her first singles tournament for a year at Wimbledon, but did not commit on her future plans. However, the American has signed up to play at one of the U.S. Open warm-up tournaments beginning on 8 August. Now, she's won the U.S. Open 6 times, but is currently unranked, having not won a singles match for more than a year. For Serena Williams will be back with vim and vigor. But that's it for GTV Breakfast Sports with me, Multi Saida Sadiq. The show is packed. It's a Friday, as I said early on. Kwejo Sheldon is in the house. He's dressing up prim and proper to come and serve you all the content you need. Also, Ellen Amadek, who is running for Women's Organizer of the MPP, is in the studio. The female panel will be having the discussion on her bid to lead the MPP as the Women's Organizer. The lifestyle segment will have Afro Pop in the studio. You don't want to be anywhere else but GTV Breakfast. Stay with us.
So then the lipstick band, we need that all-female band in the studio, and I'm sure my listeners are hearing loud and clear. We need them to give us that sweet, soothing performance, leading us into this conversation about women and the position of National Women's Organizer of the NPP. It is that person's duty to mobilize all the women in the party, make sure that the issues that affect them are duly captured, highlighted, and plans put in place to make sure that those concerns are addressed. And 3 people are vying for that post. The incumbent is vying, her deputy is vying, and a 3rd force has joined the race, and she's been crisscrossing the country trying to canvass votes for people to vote Ellen Amadeko for NPP National Women's Organizer. She's already a regular here at the table. Today, she's not here to talk about what's in the newspapers, but she is on a campaign tour. Ama, good morning and welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Today, you are here in your proper full-out party colors.
Yes.
So the blue, red, and white will be live and alive at the Ohinijan Stadium
everywhere.
Today,
Yes.
up until Sunday. So today, the plan is to go for some Muslim prayers.
Yes.
And then tomorrow is the active voting, speeches, counting, declarations. And then Sunday is the church service.
Yeah.
You're hoping that come Sunday, you'll be thanking God for putting the women's organizer hat on your head.
Definitely.
There's an incumbent who's running.
And her deputy.
And her deputy.
Yes.
You don't have confidence in the one in charge and the one who assists her, and you're joining the race?
Good morning. Every 4 years, the party allows us, every competent member, to put up him or herself for elections. So it's not a matter of me not having confidence in them. It's a matter of a constitutional duty and the fact that I believe I can do better. And therefore, I'm putting myself out for elections.
What has she not done right, or what has the current and previous administrations of National Women's Organizers not got right that you think you bring to the table?
It's not a matter of what they've not done right. They've done the best that they can. But we are moving into a different phase of our politics. We are moving into a different phase of our party politics. We are moving into a different generation. And so we need a different gear, we need a new vision, we need everything new. And that is what I am bringing on board.
The incumbent has delivered 2 victories. And she's brought the women's vote for the party, hasn't she? So why are you not more confident in her abilities, even if she's standing for another bid?
As I said, it's a constitutional right for every card-bearing member of the NPP who believes that she's good enough for the job to stand up and show herself. I believe I'm good enough for the job. She's not the only person who delivered victory. We all did deliver victory. So this is the time for those of us who believe that we can move the party and the women's wing to the next level to show up. And that's simply what I have done.
What's your plan then to bring the party to the next level?
So, as you've all heard us, and you've heard for the past few months and years, we've been stating that we want to continue to be in power. We want to break the jinx of the 8-year, 8-year cycle. Every 8 years, a new party has to come. We believe as the NPP that we have done well. We believe that with all the challenges that is going through, we have performed far better than our opponents.
You do?
Yes. So we believe that we should be given the opportunity to go beyond the 8-year cycle. And moving beyond the 8-year cycle, it has never been done. As from 1992 to now, none of the political parties have been able to,
go beyond
8 years. We cannot expect different results with the same old methods. And that's the reason why Ellen Amadeko is stepping up to bring up new ideas, to bring up new strategies, to get our women's front ready for battle. And I have 5 points or 5 policy issues I would want to deal with. They may seem fairly simple, but these are the things that I believe are getting us, are getting the apathy and everything down to our grassroots. So let me start. I want to read, by God's grace, if I am elected on Saturday, The immediate first thing that I will do is to do a restructuring of our women's wing. You know, in the NPP and political parties, we have different classes, different categories of women who join the political party. And if we want to win elections, we have to cater for the needs of all these groups. Within the NPP, there are few groups that I believe has not been properly catered for, and I intend to take care of them. Female groups. The first, I believe, are young ladies. And within the group of the young ladies, we have two. We have our TESCON young ladies, and for somebody who has been a TESCON member before, I was a TESCON member on the University of Ghana campus between 2002 to 2006. And I know the effort the party puts into us. I know the trainings that we went. I know that was the beginnings of my politicking and my advocacy. You go through all this for 4 years. For some of my sisters who were in the medical school and law school, some went for 6 years, some went for 7 years. And you are done, and practically the party you again. You are left on your own. Most of my mates were pushed by the other political parties because, I mean, we have trained them, and we are having this problem over the years where we train these young people 4 years of activism and we just leave them be. And the other political parties push them. We don't put them into the party structure, especially for young women. In our case, it's even worse. Our brothers find their way into, you know, the youth wing, and then they move on. For the women, there's nothing for us. And so one of the things I want to do is to set up a desk at the National Women's Organizers Office, where immediately any young lady in any tertiary institution decides to join TESCON would have to have her data. And we'll follow her throughout her stay in school. We'll monitor her political activities. If she's really interested in going mainstream politics after school, we'll have to find a way of getting her into the mainstream politics from her constituency. One of the issues I faced when I was entering my constituency was the fact that my mother constituency didn't really know me. You know, I've spent 4 years in Ayawaso West Wogon. My mother constituency was Ewutu Efutu Senya those days, now Ewutu Senya East. And so it had to take me a lot. I had to struggle. I had to accredit. Who would know who you are? What shows that you've done the work that you've done? That is what I want to do for our young ladies, because these are the places where we harness, you know, we harness those young ladies. We get them. And we do that and we leave them be. And as I said, I've gone through the system, so I know. So I want to set up that desk with a coordinator for the women, the young ladies. The men take care of themselves with the youth wing. And then we take care of them and then follow them through. Most of these girls also really work for us on campus. But when we come into power, and they also now need our help with internships, our help with national service postings, with jobs, because we don't have their data. It is difficult to serve them, and then the apathy starts from there. Some of them finish and they are gone. They simply leave politics. The second group of young ladies I want to target are volunteer groups. I am the proud leader and captain of Loyal Ladies, NPP Loyal Ladies in the Bunu East region. And having been a volunteer for the party for 2 subsequent elections, 2016 and 2020, I know how much of a force those young women are. We can proudly say that just Loyal Ladies, we are over 50,000 in Ghana. We are in every constituency. 50,000 young women. And we are, let me say, the frontliners, the leaders. We have other younger sister groups who have come. We have the Stanch Queens, Patriotic Pearls, we have Maidens. In fact, some constituencies have formed their own. They are not nationwide. We have region-specific groupings of these. And when it's time for campaign, as you would all bear as witness, we are the ones you actually see on the grounds. We are moving. Yes, we are the ones washing the cars. We are the ones holding the placards. When you go to where I come from, you know, the Bunahafu region, the Western region, Western North, where we do a lot of the farming, we are the ones who go into the cocoa farms. We are the ones who are in the cashew farms. We are the ones campaigning on the grounds. Thelma, one of the things we have gone through as a young women grouping in the party is that after elections, we really do not know where we belong in the party. Because most of us are under 40. Some people think we should be under the youth wing. Others think that because we are female, we should be under the women's wing. I believe we have to settle that issue because we have over 100,000 young ladies whose votes we need, whose energy we need. And going to 2024, we need every one of them. I believe that we should have a constitutional amendment and add those young ladies as a mini wing of the women's wing. And it is something I'm going to champion. Because we are not really under any of the party structures. After elections, we just leave them be. And apathy sets in within these young ladies because some of them have left their jobs like me. Some of them have been persecuted in their constituencies simply by showing up. And they do this for us. We win power and then we practically forget about them because they are not within the party structure. That's the first one. Some also, there's a lot of friction between them and our constituency women organizers. Because as you said, these girls can be a bit overbearing. And that's our nature. We want to do the job. Youthful exuberance. Some of our women organizers do not understand that. So they feel these young ladies want to take their job. We need to put the structure in the party so that they know where they are.
The restructuring of the women's wing alone will take all the 4 years.
Not necessarily.
5
yes. Let me just finish with this. This is just with it. I am very particular about it because this is the women's wing. And these are the future leaders of the party. So we need to put them in there. So I'll deal with the volunteer groups too. The next group we are dealing with are our former women's organizers. From the constituency level all the way to the national level. These are women who have worked for us. Some of them have lost elections. Some of them went on retirement. And when you go to some of the polling stations, there are women who have worked for us for over 30, 40 years. They are happy doing that. They organize the women at the polling stations. When they are done, we practically forget about them. Yesterday, one of your seasoned journalists 2 days ago told me, but that is politics. Yes, that is the nature of our politics, but it should not be that way. My reason being that these women right down at the polling station levels who have worked for us are the ones who talk for votes. So when we ignore them, they are the ones who complain. And so in 2 years, you'll be back there, canvassing for votes. You go and meet these women who we haven't treated so well. I want us to go back to them, get them integrated back into the women's wing and into the party. Invite them to our programs in the constituency, all the way to the national. Yesterday, I did meet a women's organizer who has been, I think is Doma West Women's Organizer. She has been a constituency women's organizer since 1992. And she still is. 30 years. I mean, such a woman. We should celebrate her. We have to look for these pillars of our women's wing, right from the polling station to the national level, and celebrate them. Because they are the ones who will lead us to the places where we have to go in 2024 and solve our apathy problems in the constituencies. The problems. So I intend to go look for these women, get them back. Those who need help, lobby for help for them. You know, I was talking about these young ladies I wanted us to put in. Our former women's organizers, Madam Otiko Jaba is still alive. Madam Tina Mensah is still there. Honorable Ayoko Botri, they are all there. Why can't they mentor these young ladies? We need to have programs for them so that we get ourselves properly organized. We intend to lead this battle. And with Ellen in the lead, and with all this, it's going to be an interesting 2024. The fourth one is with the constituency women organizers again. They are our faces in the constituencies. When a party member is not well, when a party member, even ordinary Ghanaians in the constituencies who are politically inclined, there's something wrong with them. Their instinctive reactions to go to the women's organizer, especially when it's got to do with welfare needs, food, health, quick fix. You realize that these women organizers, most of them do their own petty trading. They have their jobs. Some are teachers. And we have some medical doctors too who are constituency women organizers. I met them when I was going around. They keep on withdrawing from their own personal resources to solve these little issues. So 50 cedis here, 100 cedis here, 200 cedis here. Within a month, the person has spent over 2,000, 3,000 of her own personal money. I think it's a bit unfair on them because on some of them it really tells. By the end of the 4 years, she's run out of capital. I want us to set very small businesses for these women to cater for these needs, especially of the young ladies and of the women, older women in the constituency. Somebody go like, How are you going to do it? Typical example, I come from Wenchi constituency. And in Wenchi, we do a lot of cashew. So why can't the women's wing of Wenchi constituency have a 10-acre cashew farm? Why can't we do that? We can do it. So constituency based, depending on what pertains in your constituency, we'll look for a little funding for you.
And
you
the
set it up.
The party will provide the funds that you need.
Yes, I mean we can look for the funds.
Okay. When you go round, you're at an age, like you've told us many times on this platform, you're just under 40.
No, I'm 40 this year. I'll be 40.
But it's a few weeks to your 40th.
Few months. Yeah.
So a few months to your 40th birthday. So you're just under 40. And when you go round, you want to appeal to those who are older and younger. How do you position yourself so that you have that appeal across the board to the delegates?
I think that this year God has placed me at a very good place. I am not too young and I'm not too old. I'm in the middle. And so the appeal is good and is there. And by God's grace, I still have the strength to move around. I still have the energy to move around. So I've gone through a bit of life. Somebody who's 40 years, a mother of two, a bit of life has passed under my eyes. So yes, I'm not saying that I have all the experience in the world. No, I'm still learning. But at least the youthful exuberance, I've gone through that stage. And I am also looking forward. I'm being mentored by women of our party. And that's one of the things I've actually enjoyed about these elections. Great women of our party have called me, mentored me, spoken to me, taking me through a few rudiments of the NPP and NPP women's wing. And for that, I'm grateful. So I am at the place where I can do both sides. And I believe that I really do appeal to the delegates. I've been all over 375 constituencies. And it's been a joy going round. And I can tell you that I actually do love the field work, and I can and will do the job. I'll be there.
The delegates really do call the shots, don't they?
Oh yes, they do.
Do you fear them?
No, I don't fear them. I respect them. I respect them, and I know that they'll take the best decision for our party.
When you go around, you get the sense that they've understood your message and they are buying into the policies that you're proposing.
Yes, and a lot of these policies, they themselves, some of I picked it from the problems they discussed with me. I mean, another one they discussed that was on their heart, and this I'll never forget the upper West women for saying that sometimes they feel so isolated. We have a constituency executive, regional executive of 17 people, and they'll go into meetings and they are just two women, the woman organizer and her deputy. These two women are also responsible for food and water. So when critical decisions, financial decisions that are going to change the fortunes of the party are being taken, they are outside looking for food, looking for water. So one of the things that they told me, and I'm also going to work on it, we executives, the rest are all appointed. Those 7 appointments, we should lobby for more women to be in it. So while some are taking care of food and water, at least there'll be 2 or 3 who are also within the meeting. How can we have 17 people and we have just 2 women? And that unfortunately, that is the thing that we are having all over. This year, I have a region, and my own Bono region, they have shown us the way. They have appointed a deputy regional youth organizer, a woman. And then that's what I have for, a deputy regional organizer, a woman. That's for Bono. We need to get, I mean, Ellen is going to lead that advocacy for more women to be appointed, because we don't need to go for elections. We can be appointed. Somebody who says that, where are women? We were there, as we said. We saw the lawyer ladies going all around, doing the work. These are the young ladies, and we are more than qualified for it. We need to advocate for them, and I intend to lead that advocacy. It's not just there. We are in government too. The jobs, the positions. We need to get some.
Everyone wants to have a share or a bite of what we've come to call the national cake.
Yes.
The advocacy you're talking about seems tailored towards the welfare of the NPP woman in particular. What's the plan to extend that conversation? Because we know from voting since 1992 that when it comes to even the second round, there are a lot of swing voters. These policies that you're espousing, how do you intend to make them appealing to those who are in that bracket of gray area where they can decide to vote Party A today and Party B tomorrow? What's in it for the undecided voter who's not a member of the NPP, who is a woman who's watching?
So, when our front is properly organized, when the NPP Women's Wing is properly organized, we will be able to put our policies across. And our sisters from the NDC would also have to bring this. Our sisters from the PNC will have to bring this. Our sisters from all the other opposition parties will have to bring this. And when you are properly organized, it is easy to lead the conversation on women. Remember, as we speak now, we are in government, and we are going to be in government for the next 2 years. With Ellen leading the NPP Women's Wing, you can be sure that the women of Ghana are going to have a voice.
So you're sure you're winning?
Oh, yes.
Can you give us a prediction of perhaps percentages?
That would be a bit futuristic, but I'm hoping to win by an appreciable margin.
So I'll give you a few minutes. Just look in your camera, speak
cameras?
to your delegates, and make a final call, perhaps in a minute, for why they should vote Ellen Amadeko tomorrow.
I have 2 requests to make. My first request is to any NPP member listening to me, and you are convinced about what I've said and my policies. Please look for your constituency women's organizer and her deputy, your regional women's organizer and her deputy. Call them. Your female MPs, your female MMDCs, your TESCON women, our sisters from the diaspora. I need every single one of them, and you need to tell them to vote for Ellen. I am second on the ballot. I am number 2. I would also speak to our delegates who are looking at me, the female delegates who vote. Please, when you are voting tomorrow, think about the future of the NPP, think about the future of the NPP Women's Wing, and also think about your own future. We do need a change, and I believe Ellen can effect that change. Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen, and we wish you the very best as you do this last push for that post. And I'm sure that we will have you again to talk about the experiences. We sure will. We will meet at the Ohenejan Stadium.
Yes.
So, good luck to you and to everyone in the party as you go into this national delegate.
Thank you very much. And thank you, GTV. You've really given me a lot of exposure. I'm really grateful.
We are grateful to be a part of empowering women everywhere. Thank you. Ellen Amadeko is vying for the position of National Women's Organizer of the NPP in tomorrow's election for delegates at the Ohenejan Sports Stadium. GBC News will be covering events at the proceedings from that conference, and will bring you all the sights and sounds as and when it happens. Join the trusted team that will be on the ground, and you will not miss out on any crucial detail. Ellen is number 2 on the ballot. She's campaigning on several policy issues, key on the agenda, restructuring the women's wing, and she has a plan to focus more on the TESCON wing, volunteers of the party, constituency, former constituency women's organizers, former national women's organizers of the party. She's asking that they should be given opportunities to mentor the young people, the young women in the party, so that they can do more when it is time for them to assume other positions in the political party or elsewhere in governance. So she's hoping to be the leader for a different phase of a different generation for the NPP. And if she is your candidate, number 2 is the choice you should make. Ellen, thank you.
Thank you.
Breakfast Show is live on GTV. We're about to have an insightful conversation with popular Ghanaian comedian, YouTuber, content creator. Kojo Sheldon is in the studio. Are y'all tripping over there? No? You're not tripping. Not tripping at all. You're good to go. Somebody gave you a key advice. They said, when you sit with us, don't cry. Don't come and sit here and cry. Because we are slowly gaining a reputation for making people cry. And they told you that Samini, he didn't survive. Budimaya didn't survive. Did you bring your handkerchief? You'll be fine. I'm eager to hear your story. Thank you so much. Kojo will be talking to Kafui Day in a few minutes, and we'll get to know the details of how he got this far in this business. So you want to stay around for that conversation.
Alan will be giving us a bit of information. He has a community report. Remember, Alan is has been nominated for an award, and we'll put the details on your screen once again. Remember to vote for him. The short codes will also be available so that you bring that thing home for us. This is GTV Breakfast. More to come. Don't go away.
Since we don't have drainage, no gutter, it affects us a lot.
The community in focus today is the Oblogo community, particularly the Oblogo new site. Its borders to the north is the Bawe community, to the east is the McCarthy Hills. Its western border, however, is with the Densu River, close to the water treatment dam of the Ghana Water Company Limited, which residents say leaves their homes flooded whenever the dam is spilled to prevent an overflow. And towards the south, Oblogo new site lies next to the Accra-Winneba Highway, an entry point that is single-filed to traffic due to lack of proper planning, the indiscriminate siting of buildings, and also building on what is actually supposed to be the road into the community. Our team spoke to some residents of the Oblogo new site community, and they raised a number of issues which they believe needs addressing by their local authority immediately.
I've been here since 2004. We have had our main road improved. We have had school blocks and then ECG extension project in the area.
As a growing community, Oblogo has a cluster of schools from lower primary to the JHS level, which has no proper refuse dump. And so a visit to the school shows school children working on a makeshift refuse dump in order to prevent refuse from escaping into their classrooms. A health care facility and a court complex can be found in the Oblogo community.
Okay, the issue is what fair complaints Piyaha Municipal Assembly, Niji Wejagba Municipal Assembly. What Hana Meliake Oblogo community, what drainage system, Komepo a BNA. A walk can ne, a tab BNA fair, sometimes can even school BNA chon be a Pamena Metron BNA. A war maybe Akbame, Danambanya Mefo and Nue, Danambaya school, and Niji Oblogo community school, Danambaya school, or a Nagbamowa.
Since we don't have drainage, no gutter, it affects us a lot. We face problem, big one, because not everybody that walks through the water and come and buy. Not everyone, only those who love you that will come.
Na moya titi wom amide bia oheme bufu kese pa e wo hono ma e bono was a paper abro the afia sunti na bra na betua property rate. Them property rate na you tua for what? The assembly should come and explain to us. Abranyansa no wom dem metua property rate na mo ye dem nya no minya nti metua sika no mo na awake free insuta na ma ada na atwer me komi fi ode buhu wonsunu.
Chief among the issues raised were roads network, proper drainage systems, which they said the absence of leaves their homes submerged underwater whenever it rains. Also of interest is a church building which has been abandoned on the school's compound.
Hi, you're watching GTV Breakfast. WhatsApp number is 055-556-1034. Our socials, the hashtag is GTV Breakfast. Still to come, some music, Afropop variety. But for now, we're looking into the internet as a source of business. And the person I'm speaking to describes himself in various ways. Says he's a disruptor, content creator, digital creator, media owner. You know him as Kojo Sheldon, and he's right here, live on GTV. Kojo, what's up?
I do, boys.
If a 10-year-old asks you, Uncle Kojo, what is a disruptor? What do you tell that 10-year-old?
I just kind of conform to the norm. I'm always challenging the status quo. I don't want to be normal, so I just come in and put in content that would challenge or disrupt this the ecosystem. So that is Kojo Sheldon. I just want to stand out in whatever I do, so I put in the effort in whatever I do on my platform.
Are you a trouble causer?
I'm not a trouble causer. I just, once again, I challenge status quo. I always want to ask questions. I always want to say whatever is on my mind. Yeah.
Has it always been like this from the time you were a kid?
It didn't used to be like this. I was a very shy person. I don't know what happened to me. Probably some spirit entered me. The spirit of unemployment entered me. So I decided to be this kind of outspoken. But yeah, it has not been like this. At OMG, that is where these things started.
Let's explore this spirit of unemployment. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, so I'm just basically saying, after school, I just didn't know what to do with my life because you know the system that we are within inside for this country. So I just had to create a path for myself. So that is, I just didn't want to be another unemployment statistic in the system. Like, oh, I'm waiting for the government to come and create jobs so that I get something to do now. I just wanted to do something for myself. So that is the angle that I'm coming from.
Were you put on a kind of a plan? Was there a plan that I want to be this when I finish school? What did you study in school, by the way?
Marketing.
Okay.
Yeah. So as I didn't know what I was going. I didn't even know I was going to be this kind of a video guy right now. So it was me they put out an opportunity, then I took it. So I took the chances, the chance that was given to me at that moment, like interception, and I decided to be good at it. That was it. Because I knew where I was coming from, and there was no way I was going back to the house or going back to stay with my grandma in the village, or I just wanted to create something for myself, because if I don't, there is nothing for me. So I did.
Paint a picture of what that place looked like, where you came from. What was the average day like?
You just go to you wake up and you go to the farm. So you follow. I mean, I grew up in Pepiasikwo, in the eastern region. So I was raised by my grandma. So you basically wake up, follow her to the farm. You go to school throughout the week. On Saturdays, you follow her to the farm, and on Sunday you go to church. So it's like a small town for about, I don't know, probably 500 people.
School, farm, church.
Yeah.
School, farm, church.
That was it.
What can you grow
on the farm?
Yeah.
Yam, cassava, maize, groundnut. Yes, that was what we grew on the farm.
You could have been a farmer.
Well, God didn't want that.
How do you know? I mean, some of your friends are probably farmers now.
Yeah, I'm a farmer right now. Sir.
You are a farmer right now?
Yeah. I have a piggery. Yeah.
You grow pigs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But that is just a side gig that someone is handling for me.
Your pigs haven't featured on your social media yet?
Oh yeah. When the right time comes, I'll let them come over. Yeah. But that is But that was basically the setup I grew up in. It was just me, myself, and my grandma. So we just go to the farm, come back, come and sleep, eat. That was it. Yeah.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, she's still alive.
Does she understand what you do?
I went there, I think 2 days ago or something like that. She can't even recognize the person that I've become. If I went there, I was like, oh, okay, so this is Kwejo. Like, she was trying to remember who this guy is. Like, yeah, it was, yeah, but I mean, she's 97, so I understand.
And that's grandma on our screen right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's 97.
Yeah, she's 97.
When you say she doesn't know who Kojo is, I mean,
I had to introduce myself to her, because normally if you go, she's supposed to know that, oh, this is my grandchild. But this time around, I had to, trigger the memories.
She's losing her memory a little bit?
Yeah, it comes with old age. Okay. So I had to trigger some memories before we got to the point where, oh, okay, Kojo, yeah, then the conversation started.
From there?
Yeah.
You talk a lot about your grandma. You don't talk about your mom or your dad.
Yeah, because my dad
He died when I was 4. When I was a kid, 4. And when they gave birth to me, I was taken to my grandmother. So I think about 6 months I was taken to my grandmother for her to take care of me so that my mom can come to Accra and come and hustle or do whatever she had to do. So it was my grandmother that took care of me through my formative years. So from kindergarten to she was basically the one that
just like your mom.
Yeah. So that is my mother.
Okay.
Yeah.
But where's mommy now?
She's in Accra.
Okay. Are you link up with her?
We're good, yeah.
You're good?
Yeah.
And your dad, do you have any memories? I mean, your dad died at 4.
Yeah.
Do you have any memories of him? Do you dream about him?
Nah, I'm good. I don't dream about him. I don't know much. I don't know. I didn't get to know him. So it was just one time that he came over. I was a kid, so I don't have a lot of memories about him. Yeah.
Did you think that really kind of shaped your personality? The fact that dad wasn't around?
Yeah. So, I mean, growing up not having a father figure, there are some things that you wouldn't experience. And but as I said, my grandma took over, like she stood in. She was the pillar. She was the father. She was the mother. So I didn't get to know me. I didn't have a father figure with me when I was growing up. It was cool for me because my grandma was doing everything possible for me to make sure I get the basic education, the love, whatever. She at some point she had to even sell her club for me to go and write my piece. You understand? So she was playing the father role in my life. So I didn't even care whether there was a father figure or not.
And then we switch it to what you do now. And I was just looking at the numbers. So quite a lot of people follow what you do.
Yeah.
If you total everything, it's over 1.5 million, really. Yeah. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yeah.
Where did it all begin? When did you know that, hey, Charlie, I'm going to do this?
Okay, so as I said, I used to create memes on my personal Facebook page. Then I got signed by OMG Digital, a media company in the country. Then I was signed as a social media manager, so I was supposed to handle their Facebook page and other brands. Then there was a day that they needed someone to host a show. Then no one in the office wanted to host it, and I was like, let me do it. So that day that the opportunity popped up for me, I just took it, and that was it. So, but prior to me even entering the video side of things, I was into media, like digital media, social media. I could manage social media account. I could, start conversations on my own on other social media platforms. So I knew there was that element of me going to stand in front of the camera or behind the camera at some point. But I didn't know it was going to be at that juncture for me. So when they said, oh, we need someone to go out there and host the show, I was like, okay, let me do it. And that was when the video content creation started for me.
Can you remember the first person you interviewed or the first interview that you did?
It wasn't an interview. So I started with a show on OMG Voice. So we talk about topical issues on social media, trending issues. So the first story I did was about Sarkodie. I think it was about a music video. The video had about 20,000 views. But the comments, the backlash was crazy. Like, people didn't understand. Like, it was just one day they put me in the system. So they were like, who is this guy? Like, trying to have an opinion about Sarkodie. You know, that kind of fan base thing that they do.
These guys came after you?
Yeah, they came. In fact, that day and not God. But then I survived. So we kept creating. What
were they saying? I'm just curious.
So in the comment section, like, they were like, okay, who are you? First of all, they didn't know who I was because I was behind. So who are you to even have an opinion about Sarkodie, who has been in the industry for 10 years, and what are you saying? Like, people were saying, oh, your head is big. Someone even said I wasn't camera worthy. As to what that means, I don't even understand, or I don't know. But then it stopped me because, first of all, I had nothing to lose. I just wanted to create something for myself, and I knew once I have 20,000 people watching me, there is a demand for the content. So the next day we shot. The next day, then
who did you hit the next week? The next day was it Sarkodie again?
No. I think topic. We picked the topic from Twitter or something. I've forgotten, but then we kept shooting. It was like everyday show. So the point that people got to accept and understand the concept of the show that we created, then boom, it became part of the lives of people. Yeah.
Do you feel that people can be mean? I mean, when somebody insults you, with a part of your body which you have no control over, I mean, if you say your big head, I mean, you get that a lot in Ghana?
A lot. That is why I coined the head is big for a reason, because they've made fun of my head to the point that I don't even understand. I feel like some of the jokes are even washed. Like, I don't think I'm supposed to be creating this joke about my hair at this point, but then you don't control what people say about you. And me, I used to care, but now I don't.
You used to care back then?
Yes, I used to.
How much? A lot?
Yeah, I mean, a lot, to the point that I would exchange with people on social platforms, because you can't come, you don't know me, you can't come and just tell me that, oh, because you're shouting your head is this and this and that. So I used to care, but I got to a point, I realized that if you enable them by exchanging with them, then they win. They feel like they have the leverage, they have the social leverage. So it got to a point that people compare me to a lot of things. I've been compared to, I don't know if you have seen this advert before, coin. There is this drug dealer in the, that I don't know.
I know that.
They say I look like that character, the pig in Angry Bird, a whole lot of things. You understand? So I'll compile it, make a video, and make money out of it.
Straight up.
Yes.
You take the lemons and make it into lemonade.
Because
in the days that you used to care about it, did you try to process why people were doing this?
Nah, so I understood it, because before I became Kojo Sheldon, I used to, move to people like that. So I used to exchange, I used to pass, let's say, mean comments about people. You understand? So when I was at the receiving end, I was like, okay, so this is what
it feels like.
The people like I was moving to on social media, they were filming. I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, it became a norm. Like for a time, I think within a time frame of about 2-3 years, it was back-to-back social media bullying for me. And I understood it, because I've been in a situation where I said something mean to someone, and I didn't know how the person processed it. So right now you are the receiving it, keep quiet and take it. So I was just, let's go. And yeah, but at this point I feel like I have grew the for it.
Yeah, and of course you can turn it into content.
Yeah. There's nothing you are going to say about me on social media that is going to, because if you say something mean about my content and I stop doing the content, I'm not going to eat. So you say it, and the next day there's another content for you. Maybe you like that one. That is my principle in life.
Is the food good? You say.
Oh, the food, small.
You said before you were Kojo Sheldon, you used to care about this.
Yeah.
Before you were Kojo Sheldon, who were you?
Bernard Kojo Amoafo, just a normal guy on social media. Just trying to have fun. I didn't understand the concept of making money also on social media. Sorry. So I was just out there, just creating memes, having fun. Then it got to a level where I knew I could monetize the eyeballs, the attention that I was getting. So that was it.
Was there somebody or something that twisted? Was there a turning point somewhere? You know what? All these memes, nice, but hey, we can actually do something. Was there somebody who inspired you, or something that you saw?
So it was when I joined OMG. So it's a media company. So they understood the concept of creating video, putting it out there, and monetizing it. So I learned from the best. My boss had been to Silicon Valley. He would go out there and raise funds for us to, work in the company. So I knew, like, I was learning, I was reading. So I understood. It got to a point I could create a skit for a brand and make money out of it on my own without even involving OMG. So that was like the turning point. It was OMG that created the Kojo Sheldon brand.
You see you on the screen. Do you recognize this guy?
Yeah, this was in God damn it.
You from far?
I used to have 6-pack though, yeah, but right now I don't know what happened.
So this was the Bernard days, or this was when
this is the Bernard day. This picture was taken in the hostel university in Ho. I was in White House. I stood in front of the polytank. Then I took the picture.
You were a student there?
Yes, I attended Ho Technical University.
Okay, so you speak some small Epe.
Boss, I stayed there for about 10 years and I can't even say one word.
Sure, even Madakuku.
That is I beg, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I had to. They used to insult me a lot, so I had to learn the insult. So if you say something like that one I understand.
Your big head.
But the rest, it's hard though. It's hard if you are like older. You are trying to learn the
listen.
language.
This is a plug for me. I teach ever on TikTok.
Okay.
Follow me.
I'll follow you.
Coffee Day 7.
Because it's embarrassing. It's like, okay, I stayed in the voter regime for 10 years. You can't
go.
You have to be serious.
And this is the guy they were teasing you with. The Akola call him.
Yeah. So,
but now you're cool.
Oh, I'm cool. I mean, you see, you can't control what people would say about you. So let them have fun. Compare me to whatever you want to compare me to. But at the end of the day, it is not going to stop me from creating content. Never.
Let me throw it back for you, just for you to see.
Yeah.
And to make the haters angry.
Oh yeah. They have to be angry.
So here it comes.
Mame, me de me umane kwa library.
Yeah, mom. Kofi menche akaka kra na me wi anyere.
Hey, apada wo ko he.
Me kwa library.
Hey, enya gro adan na wo mbekan ye ho. Ane wonyama no papa no bi wa ha. We go.
I mean, it's great that you can laugh a bit now.
Yeah.
But then it was painful.
No, okay, so I'm not going to lie because I feel like guy comes out to say he's emotionally fragile. There is some form of perception in society that Obama is so intense. I used to be worried about some of these things, but it got to a point I was like, okay, people do not have anything against me. It's not like someone is coming to say, okay, you're shouting has stolen my money or anything. It is just they out there comparing you to a cartoon character. Own it. Yeah. And once you own it, you weaponize it yourself.
That's it.
They don't use it as a weapon against you.
Own it and weaponize it.
Yes. So I don't care. But I look like him though. But I don't do drugs. Don't do drugs too.
Yeah. Good message there.
Yeah,
public safety, public education awareness message here with my guest, digital creator, a media owner, Kojo Sheldon. WhatsApp messages on 05555561034. Who is Pretty Ella?
That was an account I created on Twitter back in the day. That was when I used to be a troll on social media. Okay. So that was a catfish account. Yeah.
What does that mean?
So you create an account not for your personality, but you just use someone's image or someone's, I don't know, a picture like that, not representing you. Okay. Then you hide behind it to be a bully on social media or to do whatever you want to do. Yeah.
So would people think it was a girl?
At some point, I think people thought it was a girl, but yeah, it wasn't. There was no day or there was no at no point did I engage. Like if you send a message, I'll just ignore because I just wanted to have that fun on social media. Okay. Yeah.
Do you regret some of the things you did there?
That particular Twitter account, I regret creating it because it's like it has created a dent on your brand because anytime people who knew me back then, because I transitioned, it was my uncle that even got to know that I was the one behind the account. I think he was monitoring how I was tweeting or he caught me in the act and was like, you go out there and delete the account. So it transitioned from me being Pretty Ella to Kojo Sheldon, and it created a dent. So once the catfish conversation comes on social media, they mention your name, and you wouldn't want your name to be associated with something like that.
I don't understand this catfish. What is catfish, man?
So the catfish is, okay, I'm Kojo Sheldon, but instead of coming to social media as Kojo Sheldon, I'll catfish someone. Okay. I'll use someone's image.
Why is it not madfish or cassava fish? Why catfish?
I do not have any idea about that, yeah.
But, okay, but Sheldon is not your name.
No, Sheldon, I got the Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, the Sheldon Cooper.
Okay, it was a series, right?
Yeah, sitcom.
A sitcom.
Yeah.
Okay. He inspired you?
That character, I think we share similar character traits. So I picked it. I've watched that series for like 2,000 times. So I think like I've been privileged to do some of the things that he does in the series. So
I never watched it. So describe that guy's character for me.
He's obnoxious. He's weird. He's condescending. He's smart like me. He's a genius like me. Yeah.
Now people go you the job.
Oh yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Is this like consciously your brand, really? What's your brand?
My brand.
Yes.
I'm just Kojo Sheldon.
Okay.
The guy that would come in and, basically I just want to be me. That is what I sold on the market for me. I decided to be myself, just give myself in my content to people, just no faking. Like, I just want to be me, authentic, original, organic. So that is my brand.
Do Ghanaians allow you to be you?
They don't, but I'll force you to accept me. And that is where they want to go, like, you are arrogant and proud. No, I am not arrogant. If I know something, I expect you to know that I know. And if you refuse to accept the fact that I know that, then I'll force you to know. So that is the problem. When I tell you I'm good at content creation, I'm good. And I expect you to accept that works to show for it.
Evidence.
Yes. If you are not going to agree, it is not going to change the path for me. I'm still going to do what I have to do. And so, well, Ghanaians said they will come home. At some point, people used to hate my skit. I would drop a skit and people would drag me for like a whole day. Right now, I put out a content and I have like positive comments coming from the same people. So I have grew to know like the audience. I know them. I know what they want. I know what they will say at this moment. I know they will come around. You just don't have to be pressured by them. Nah, I'm still going to be me.
For somebody who's watching and he says, "Look, man, I want to be a content creator." What is stuff that people don't know that you can teach? Just 1 or 2 tips you can give somebody right now. Well,
the content creation, first of all, there is a misconception about being a content creator in the country. Because, for instance, if you're a skit creator on Instagram, this kind of mindset or perception about that, oh, Jimmy, let me put it, and
you're a fool.
Yes, you have to. First of all, we have to be in a position where we have to deconstruct how people see these things. Now, with content creation, it's very simple. You have to give something to your audience to get something. So people start with, oh, I want to make money. People get like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and they go like, oh, I want to monetize my channel. But what is the value proposition that you are giving to your audience?
Now your marketing is coming out.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you have to create content. You have to start by understanding your audience, because in the end, you are going to monetize the eyeballs that you get. So what content are you going to put out that your audience would want? You understand? I mean, for instance, I started with a phone shooting in my room. It was just bit by bit, because I just wanted to. I didn't have the finances to go buy the cameras you guys are using over here. So I had to start with something, and at some point I got the money and I invested it in the business, you understand, in the content creation business. So it's a gradual process. You can start with your phone, you can start with whatever you have. You don't even need a big setup or a big studio to start this thing that we are doing. You just need to create organic, something where somebody go see for social media, it go trigger and make it click on them. Because we are dealing with emotions.
And what be the trick to that? I mean, because somebody they ask me, say, actually, but I want to do viral content. What be the trick?
Viral content, so the viral content, for instance, there are a lot, the internet is saturated. Everybody, they try to be content creator. So you need to stand out. There is a reason why Mr. Beast on YouTube is going to recreate Squid Games. And he would have like 200 million plus views as compared to the original content. Because there is a wow element. There is that factor that is going to trigger people. Something like a thumbnail, something like an intro, something like the whole content creation setup. So
it's science.
Yeah, you have to be intentional. That is one thing. You have to be intentional. There are sometimes to viral content, you don't go no say you go viral self. You just have to be yourself. And that has worked for me.
Okay.
I would wake up and, sit in my room, create content in my singlet or whatever. I don't care. And people want to experience the authentic side of you. They don't want that kind of, it's like you are forcing accent, you are forcing, if you want to drip in your video, fine. But me, I just want to be me. And you have to accept the me. And the me is not something that is not going to be that, like, you are not going to like.
All right. Great. I want to read some messages.
Okay, no
You're
problem.
Cool?
Yeah.
Permission to go?
No problem.
All right. So I'm with Coach Sheldon, and we're going to read some messages from you. 055-556-1034. Friday like this. Okay. GTV, good morning. Where are we going? Where are the messages? Charlie, open up. Open a random question. Take one and then read the question. And then I will get your response on them. Okay. Messages are still coming in. So, yes, just pick one. Pick one. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Read the question.
So this one, are you more inclined to build your own empire or unleash the potential of others? Explain.
All right. So you want to build your own empire, or you want to?
Yeah. So the empire building there, we are on course. Cause right now, so I own the House of Content. It's a not that big studio, but small studios where I have other creators come in and create content. But the whole point is to expand with what we are doing. We don't want to be boxed here. We don't want to be just geographically specific with the kind of content we are creating. We are trying to expand. We are trying to bring more people on board. Also, it started with Kojo Sheldon just being the content creator.
Okay.
But right now, I have about 4 people on my platform that are creating different kinds of content on the platform. So at this point, it is not only about me, it's about other people. So it's a combination of everything. We are trying to expand, we are trying to build a digital media platform that is going to penetrate other countries, and we are also trying to bring more people on board to also create content. So it's like 2 in 1. Yeah.
2 in 1. Okay, we'll do more later. So AMG Tunchi says, good morning. This AMG, please ask Sheldon what happened between him and Alvaro about the Kunkra saga. What's going on here? Alvaro is a drink for me.
Yeah. So this guy is very popular on Snapchat. So I think, I don't know. I said something about him in one of my videos that I wasn't trying to be disrespectful or anything. It was like the mixture of something like, you know, they mix this kind of alcohol and I don't know, there is this thing happening right now where they use they carry like syrup, they mix with alcohol and things. So I was doing a general content and his name popped up and he was offended. But then I didn't do that back and forth with him. Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, GTV. I love you, Sheldon. Please respect SM. He's the boss. Who is SM?
Shatawale.
Okay. Do you respect him?
He's my best friend in the whole world.
For real?
We just have that kind of relationship, emotional roller coaster. Today we are fighting, tomorrow we are good. But yeah, me and Shatawale there, yeah. I'm going to be the MC at his wedding.
Okay, when is his wedding?
I don't know.
But you know you're going to be the MC?
Yes, I have to. Otherwise, me the ego.
The guy says you have a lot of confidence, promise you hit your heart. This guy is celebrating Nigeria self, the respect. Okay, more messages. Akwesi Kisi. Well, the man is great. Can I have his contact? I want him to do something for me. How do people get in touch with you?
Well, I have an email address in my bio, and there's a number in the bio too that you can call.
All right. Yeah. My son's name is Kobe Sheldon. Please tell him my son wants to meet him soon. Gijo says Sheldon is the man. Can't love you less. That's a beautiful throwback. Sheldon is the man. I think they are enjoying the whole polytank picture. Yeah, they love it, man. They love it. There's more messages coming in. Good morning, Kafri. Tell Sheldon to continue to be him, love him, and then big head with three emojis there. The head is big for a reason. What is the reason? Why is the head big?
I have not discovered the reason yet. Eventually we will find out.
Sure, but you said the head is big for a reason.
I don't know. I just had to create that to sway attention. But they were attacking it too much.
Is the head complaining?
Well, my neck is not even complaining. The neck that is carrying the head.
You know they complain. The people they worry. Kojo Sheldon Chukwudi, shout out to you, bro. You're so talented. Thank you so much. Keep them coming in 055-556-1034. Kojo knows the ins and outs of this content thing. Knowing show he started. When I see him excel, this hashtag Jerome Big X. The head is not just big, but good for something. More messages coming. Please showing love. Please, Sheldon, remove your cap. But you did that already. Yeah.
I don't understand.
Are you worried about balding?
Bro, the hairline is here. It has gotten to the point where I've given up the battle because I don't know. So right now, I'm waiting for the day that I'll go completely bald. Like, yeah, because at this point, I can't save this hairline. It's here. And Chrome's one was even, you know. But this one, Charlie.
Do you think the beard is sucking the hair away from your head?
See, if God hadn't given me this beard, I wouldn't know what I would look like. Probably a fluorescent bulb or something. I don't know.
I really like this guy, man. I loved him until he sold Nanado for me. He's the reason I voted for that man. You sold Nana to some people? You did some politics?
You should go and sit down.
What did you tell me? I'm interested.
So I have declared my political stand on social media. Okay. I am a true MPP guy.
Okay.
So at some point I did a campaign for the ruling National Patriotic Party.
Okay.
So you voted for Adudi. Now that thing here we see, we all Charlie. I don't even know what to say, but yeah, I'll call him.
Maybe he didn't get paid for the campaign. You probably did.
No. So he's basically saying, I sold Akufo-Addo to him and he voted for him. And right now, it'll be like things no day. It's normal. Everywhere, Ghana hot, we will be fine.
Does the politics affect your work?
No, not really. Me, I own my platform. There is no way. You don't see MPP flags in my videos. No. If I want to do politics, I go out there and do it. I separate politics from my work. But I believe political neutrality is a myth. I'm going to go out there and tell you I'm MPP. You are supposed to accept that. You vote for a political party. I don't fight you. I have my own. And it's not like I don't even bash them. We did one person where they bashing government pass. But we're good, you understand? But I'm just trying to say the political party that I support shouldn't be a problem to you. Because you support something. You support someone.
And more messages coming in. I think I love his agenda of involving his fellow Africans. Hashtag Pan-Africanism. You involve Africans?
Yeah.
How do you do that? Tell me.
So, as I said, I'm not trying to be geographically specific with this. So I try to collaborate. I try to interview other African creators or artists. You understand? I'm trying to be out there for everyone. You understand? Yeah. So that is what I do.
They say Shata's new song is out. He wants do you do reactions to songs?
Yeah.
Okay.
The breakdown with Shata.
Breakdown. So yeah. It's part of your YouTube videos. Yes. So you're going to be doing a breakdown pretty soon.
Yes. Shata has been releasing like too many songs.
Why does he release so many songs like that?
He has more songs than the songs of Solomon, and I don't get it. And it's tedious. Like you wake up the next day, he's released a song. It's 5 songs of his in a week.
No, but he's also creating content now.
He's like the YouTube version of no. It's not going to happen. He can't keep doing that. He can't keep getting away with that.
Songs of Solomon.
Yeah.
More messages. Kojo is making us proud from our small, tiny village from Kweku, Pepe. I knew how Kojo... Kweku.
Don't let us fight.
Thank you, Kweku. I knew how Kojo and the granny were living when we were in the same area. It's Oriaso. You still go there? When was the last time you went there?
2 days ago I was there.
2 days ago you were there. Good morning, Calf. Ask him if he remembered giving me a name called Akutu in Dora Memorial School way back in 2009. He said my head resembled an orange. Since then, people still call me that till I left school. Later, we met in Ho Technical University marketing class. Cap, this guy can laugh at you, but later some of us found out that that's how he is. We love you, bro. Keep up the good work. Don't forget the bean. Watching right now. What be the bean?
I know what he's talking about.
What is he talking about?
Yeah, but yeah. So I gave him a name, He'll be fine. All right.
I like this show. I like to ask him if he regretted voting for MPP.
Nah, not really. Not really. I'm good.
Are you catching heat now? The way that
people are moving to me like, it's like right now you can't. When you criticize the government, they are going to tell you, say, oh, you campaign, you voted for them. But that is the decision. Accept it. You also go out there and vote for someone. Just we don't hide behind that neutrality thing and be like, no. I understand what is happening. That is why I dedicate or I use my platform to highlight on some of the things. There are videos that I've done. I've interviewed some of the ministers talking about like. I try to be out there because I'm not in anyone's pocket. I just want to be me and and create my content. So just accept me for who I am. That is all. Now party I the support. I no kill person.
My party I the support. I no kill person. What am I? What's your link with him?
He's one of the. No, he's not one of the. He's the greatest YouTuber this country has ever seen. And he, for instance, himself and. Mark, they inspired me to start this YouTube thing, so I respect him a lot, and I admire what he's doing with bringing diaspora people back home and whatnot. So yeah, he's a great guy. If like he would call you for content collaboration, Charlie, he has actually put me on a lot of deals that even like I wasn't even thinking of. So yeah, shouts to Udimaya, Charlie. He's that guy.
Okay. I was going through your videos and you were shocked that Koreans are doing Afrobeats.
Yeah. I saw the video, I was like,
And did they speak Pidgin too?
Yeah, this one, the small Afrobeat that I have, 2 people are coming for it. But it was their song was nice though. Yes. It was nice, but they will say culture appropriation or something, but it is what it is. Music is a universal language.
So. Of course, Ghanaians too, they speak patois for
yes, that's all. You understand? You get it.
Listen, we want you to get there's a song I want you to listen to and watch. This is you and Woody Maya doing your thing together. Yeah, so check this out.
See, as that's a yes, see, God deserves all the praises.
Amen.
Mr. What to fear? My handkerchief and say,
Reach, my brother. Oh, it's not what I pay.
The way say, maybe I wish. Let down to for tango.
Yeah, you say our ear embodies everything.
Random question, and then I'll look for more messages for you. Wow, I like how Sheldon is being himself and expressing his feelings. I'm a sack addict, and I like his videos. Good morning, King Calf. Ask Sheldon to follow me back on Twitter at Dashing Sumaila. He will follow you pretty soon. I accepted you, but choose wisely. NDC is the best. So far, we tire. So people are coming. They are coming. So, but you want this openness. People should be free to say.
People should be free. It's like people hide the neutrality thing. They vex me because I've seen people go the neutral way and. This government came into power, they've given them positions and they are quiet. Not me. I'm still going to be me because, bro, me, who this scan about me, I'll go take them, then chop them, still criticize you, you understand? Just be you. We are, everybody, if you vote for someone.
That's it.
Why must you hide it?
After you voted.
I don't get it.
You don't get it. Please get my message for me. Read that. Read the question for me.
Anyway, so this I said, when relaxing on the floor, do you sit cross-legged, fold your legs to one side, sit with your legs straight out in front of you, or recline?
If you did sit for the floor, when was the last time you sat on the floor?
Wait, I don't remember, but I think last 2 days or something.
Okay, and how do you normally sit?
I just, I just sit down with my legs like that. So, yeah.
Like that?
Free range.
Hi, Sheldon. How seriously does it get with people when you hit on them? How serious does that happen?
Oh, okay. So, I feel like it's gotten to a point where they understand that at the end of the day, if I am criticizing an artist's work, once your work is in the public domain, it's subjected to people picking it up and criticizing it. So it's normal.
Ask Sheldon whether he has a TikTok account. I can even answer this. I saw it today. You have a TikTok.
Yeah, could you Sheldon?
How's that going? How's TikTok?
I don't understand that app. I just don't get it. So I just do create my 1 minute long video and go and post it there. You see the way they manipulate the app and use it to do.
And then there's some flowers and things.
I do not get it.
Let's find the biggest TikToker in Ghana and maybe you can get lessons.
Yes, I think Jacqueline or the other girl, Irufa or something like that.
Do you do teachings? Do people come to you and say, you know what, I want to make my TikTok or my YouTube have muscles. Can you show me something?
Yeah, so with the YouTube aspect and digital media or content creation, I think I've taught almost all the universities in this country. And I just go out there, they invite me to give lectures on like content creation and what. And occasionally I do get invited to other programs. I go out there and just talk to people about like the rudiments of creating a content or starting something like content creation.
Do you have like one-on-one mentor, people you mentor?
No, but when you DM me like, oh, Sheldon, I want you to help me with this, I will just answer you. I feel like, yeah, I don't want to monetize that aspect. Like I just want to give back. So
give back.
Yeah. I
don't
want to
monetize that aspect. So Ghanaians don't like people who speak their minds. Keep it up, Kojo. Kelly we trust. Who will be Kelly we trust?
Oh, that short girl.
The Congolese girl who is making
understand.
Waves.
That is our motto. In Kelly we trust.
Why is she making so much waves on TikTok?
Have you seen her?
I have seen her.
The answer is in the question.
No, she's just a slim black girl with curves. I mean, it's just
my people are just being, Ghanaian guys are just being Ghanaian guys. But yeah, it is what it is. But in Kelly, we trust. Yes.
Oh, I hear you. Listen, what you create videos on the internet. What happens if the internet shuts down? What will you do?
So that is another thing. I'm not kind of a dream because Twitter went out for like 2 minutes or 3 minutes and now conform what show. But yeah, so right now we are trying to create our own platform where we feel like at this point the pay-per-view culture is Ghanaians are getting to understand it. So we are trying to put out our own platform where we can host the content. So people will pay like, let's say, 1 CD a month or 2 CD a month to come and consume the content. So if you are even getting as compared to the millions of views we are getting on YouTube where we don't control or algorithm or anything, then we are getting that kind of money here. Comparatively, it will make sense. And also, this is going to be more than just social based or digital media based. We are trying to start something like a TV station or like a radio station, something small like
media
that.
Owner.
Yeah, media owner.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do more than just the digital media, so that in the end, some of these platforms you don't control. You can wake up. I remember the day I got my YouTube account terminated. It was crazy experience for me. So I wouldn't want to be in that situation. So I tried to look for other avenues
you
that
can control your
would,
stuff.
you understand, so that I can control my own content and my own distribution. Yeah.
How much money do you make from this work?
Oh, my mommy they fine, my grandmommy they fine. Everybody where they work with me they fine, so we good.
How has your life changed with the money you've made from this?
See, YouTube or digital media saved me from the clause of unemployment, because I wouldn't know where I could be right now if you know BM. And with what we have been able to do within this short period of time, it's crazy. It has changed my life. It has opened doors for me. It has changed how I see things in this life. And I'll always be grateful to whoever invented internet, because it has saved me. And the fact that I'm in a position right now where I have people working with me, that is like a joy to me. And yeah, Charlie, hey, why am I saying Charlie to Mr. Kafu?
No, but we for doing this conversation in pidgin, sir. Charlie,
yeah.
Like, we come end this thing,
Okay.
but I just want to say, Charlie, I've really enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah.
And is there a Kelly in your life?
Oh, nah, right now we are eating banku. If you have been following me, they said Jody Bedi or Don Fedi Banku. So, but well, eventually maybe somebody will come. Me and guys, I don't believe in love.
Tell me about that.
Because I've seen my people, like each and every day, people are being heartbroken. My guys, they will come and cry. I've seen videos. People are crying. People are drinking gallons of water, and it's crazy. It's crazy experience. I don't want to be in that situation. So I just wake up, eat banku, and sleep.
So you're single?
Yes.
Celibate?
I don't know anything. I don't know, man. I'm just living life. I'm just creating content, you know. But eventually, I know there's someone he will come back.
What you have like running mates? You have people that you're choosing. I mean, candidates.
No,
nobody close to your heart.
I feel like YouTube and Instagram right now, they are on the list. But I don't have any. I'm just trying to live life. I'm trying to establish myself first, so that, because first of all, I can't take care of myself right now.
You can't now? Not
in that kind of monetarily or I'm just saying, I'm not in the right frame to engage
any woman's daughter.
You understand? So they make them also when the time comes, the Bluetooth will pair.
But people are interested in you now that you're famous and rich.
Sorry for them. I'm good. I'll find a person, or I'll let my grandmother search some, village, girl for me over there.
Could you, Sheldon? Could you, Sheldon? Listen, when we put out the flyer that you were coming to talk to us, I was going through the comments. Some people don't even know that we exist. They say, hey, GTV them day. Hey, how? What?
Why are they behaving like we didn't grow up watching GTV? I don't understand. First of all, thank you for putting me on. I grew up watching GTV. I grew up watching Mr. Ebenezer and Pabin, Gifty Auntie, the other lady, Akusika, and Napoleon Atoketo reporting for GTV News, Accra. Bro, we grew up watching GTV. That was the original content. The Akan drama, the cantata. Why are you people acting all polished now like you are, But yeah, sometimes they complain about, the video and they say in the quality. You have to.
Even on this show?
No, I don't think it's on this show. But they have issues with, I don't know. People just have that kind of perception about GT. I feel like if they have been watching, I've seen footage from this show and it is far from what they are saying on social media. This is quality content.
Thank you.
From GTV. So I don't understand. And this appeals to Gen Zs, millennials, and whoever wants to watch it. So I feel like you people should start watching GTV. Do tune, you have to watch it. Don't act like you didn't grow up watching it. We all watch everybody. We all watched it. What are you talking about? Don't do that.
When we are done, we'll go and introduce you to Mr. Ebenezer and Pabin and Akushika.
Yeah, I DM Mr. Ebenezer and Pabin. I wanted to interview about. I don't think he's seen the message. These are the people that we grew up watching. They inspired us. I mean, we didn't know that we were going to be in media, but you watch them. They sit on television and you listen to them. And power, is it the one that they do before
Go Power Rangers.
No, the other one.
Which one? Captain
Talking
Planet.
Point. Talking Point.
Yes, it's still on, you know.
Yeah, you see what you people tripping, man. Start watching GTV. Yes.
Last random question before you go. Pick up from my bottle.
Okay.
You did it down there. Okay. Last one. Yep. We're wrapping it up with your commentary is one of a kind. He hears too many interesting conversations. YouTube sent a message to you.
Yeah. So this one was from YouTube. You see, YouTube has endorsed. So you people, right now, the price went up. So this, if you could cure a disease or heal a sickness, which one would you choose? Why? I feel like I would cure my hairline issue.
It
bothers me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not even in my 30s, so look at me.
But you have a kind of sexy kind of look to it.
It's not patronize me.
No, it's sexy, man. That's what the people say.
Yeah. So if I had a superpower, I'll fix my hairline. But
is it genetic? Do you think?
Family. All the men in my family too. This is how they look.
Then we can't really.
So I have to challenge that thing. So when I fix it, I try to apply. You see, they say if you apply rubber, I'm not going to tell rub there. That didn't come about them.
But why doesn't the hair food for the beard work on the head?
You see, this is why the genetic aspect sets in, because you can't fight God. God is trying to, God is saying, I'm your baba. Sit tight and I'll do everything for you. So you can't fight God. So me right now, I've given up the fight. I just want to be there. So right now I just go out there and do the Sakura, and fortunately I have beard to complement it. So
without a beard it will be serious.
Hey! Emoji, there's this emoji.
There's a date. Is he a comedian? Is he not a comedian? Would you say you're a comedian?
No, I'm not a comedian. I just have I infuse entertainment into my content because I don't want to be boring.
Right.
So a news item that maybe a blogger will just post it, I'll find ways and means to entertain, so that in as much as we are trying to inform because majority of content consumers on social platforms, they come for entertainment. Nobody wants to come, and if you want to do, unless you go to the other website, and because majority, even Twitter, people come there for entertainment. So we try to infuse the entertainment element so that people would be, have fun.
Yeah, have fun.
Because at the end of the day, the system be stressful. I don't want to come and compound to your stress. So just come here and let us have fun. That is what people see as comedy, but I don't think I'm a comedian.
Charlie, your grandma did a great job.
Yes.
And shout out to her.
Yes.
Tell her hi.
I always owe everything to her, because as I said, at some point she had to sell her cloth for me to write BEC because we didn't have money. And also when they go back to the village, they dash them cloth and things. This woman go sell and carry, give me, make her go write BEC. And right now, I don't know. I just thank God that she was part of my formative years, and that is why she has lived long like that.
She's probably watching, so say something to her.
So, Ajubi Kete, if you are watching me...
She speaks English? Speak to her.
It's Ajubi Kete, so I'll share me, right now, we are on GTV. We are seeing the station of the nation, almost sharing. And this is the product of what...
Why?
NT. May God bless you, and... Now, I'm not going to cry, I'm done. Nah, I'm not crying, man. Ouch. You're not getting me on this show, man. I'm not crying. I'm good.
She's a wonderful woman.
Yeah. Why I did too? Yeah. Please, I'm not crying.
She did a lot, man.
Yeah. It's not gonna happen.
You finished the message?
Yeah, I'm good.
There's nothing wrong, man.
Yeah.
She's so important to you.
Yeah, she's very important, and I have to, everywhere I go, I'll make sure I mention her name, because without her, I don't know what I would have become. So, the fact that she was there for me, as I said, I didn't have any father figure and no mother figure. She was basically everything. So, I owe a lot to her. Let me just put it that way. But yeah, she's going to be fine. She's going to live more than 100 years. Right now she's 97, so I'm waiting for I don't know. If I buy her a car, she can't drive. I don't know. I don't know.
What is she like, though?
just food. You know, at this point she just wants to eat, and you know, that is all. So I just make sure say I provided with that one there. I don't slack on that.
She's great.
She's great.
Yes,
She's done an amazing job. Yeah.
God bless all grandmas, all people who make people who they are with all the sacrifices that they put together for the future. I mean, these are people, visionaries, and we love them all, man. Kojo, one love.
Thank you for having me here. And yeah, thank you. In fact, thank you for putting me on GTV. Yes, I grew up watching this TV station. Right now, I'm sitting here. I'm sitting in their studio. So, Charlie, you try for me. You try for me. You people should employ me.
Oh no, you
should employ me.
Listen, we go something that will make you smile.
Okay.
All right. So, here we go.
Akpadawu kohin. Mame, me uma na ekwa library.
Mom, coffee menche, akaka krane me ye nyumere bi ani.
Hey, Apada, wo kohin.
Me ekwa library.
Enya agro adan na wo mbeka ye ho. Ane ye wo nyama no papa no bi wa ha.
Yes, old. Beep, beep, beep.
I am 4 years old.
We are 12 years old.
It's been 1 year since I started my antiretroviral treatment.
You can live a long, productive life with antiretroviral treatment. With antiretroviral treatment, HIV-positive expectant mothers can have healthy HIV-negative babies. Go to the nearest health center, test and know your HIV status. If you are positive, ask about antiretroviral treatment and you will receive help. Antiretroviral treatment is your only option for a long and fulfilling life.
This advert is brought to you by the Ghana AIDS Commission and Ghana Health Service.
I'm a spare parts dealer. By paying the e-levy, I am helping to give our children a future that is good for them and the nation. Let us do this together. We deserve a prosperous Ghana.
This ad is powered by the government of Ghana, Ghana Revenue Authority, and
Nostronia pom mava, nostronia pom maya geke mava, agege, agege, nostronia pom maya geke mava, nostronia pom maya geke mava, agege. Agege, 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 nyak bakliwo domenya, nyak bakliwo domenya, miawe do do do, lolo miawe do do do. Nyak bakliwo domenya, nyak bakliwo domenya, miawe do do do, lo lo mia we do me nya. Libra, are you Libra like you said you are? I wanna know, I wanna know. Savior, you my savior or my punisher. I wanna know, I need to know. Oh, Master came to lead me to my destiny. I wanna know, I need to know. 'Cause you never gave me life, you never saved me life, you never gave me time, you never let me home, you never saved me life, you never gave me life, you never let me home, you never let me home. Libra, are you conscious of your piety? I wanna know, I need to know. Oh, Master, you my master or my punisher. I wanna know, I need to know. Oh, Master, are you leading like you ought to do? 'Cause I can't find my way out of you. You never saved me, you never freed me, you never led me. I am lost. You never saved me, you never freed me, you never led me. I am Libra, you saved me just to lock me in your fantasy. Master, let me into shades of doom for your hilarity. Savior, you're the demon I should flee from to be truly free. Oh, Savior, you're my demon I should flee from to be truly free. Sometimes I wish you were here. I miss the things you used to do. You left a void in my heart. I need something to ease the pain. I never thought you made me feel this way. I never thought you made me feel this way. No one will love you like I did. No one will love you like me. No one will love you like I did. No one will love you like me. No one will love you like I did. No one will love you like me. No one will love you like I did. No one will love you like me. This pain is killing me. I need a melody, something to lift me up, something to light my world. My world is caving in. I don't know what to do. It's driving me insane. You put me in this place. I never thought you made me feel this way. I never thought you made me feel this way. No one will love you like I did. No one will love you like me. No one will love you like I did. No one will love you like me. No one will love you like I did. No one will love you like me. No one will love you like I did. No one will love you like me.
Hi. So you see, you can only get this kind of breakfast on GTV Breakfast, and you can only get this on a Friday. And so the lady who you had serenading us, she's like a musical talent in Ghana that we can't name on social media, as most of you probably know, is Ghana Basena. Her real name is Stella Senna, and she's the latest addition to the music industry. This girl started mimicking voices when she was as little as 9, and from her own words, she could mimic anyone's voice, the rant, the mood the person is in, the emotions, and get the actual voice. Stella Senna is in studio, and we are going to find out what she's about to add to the music industry, and she sits down with us now. Hey chick, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing great, thank you.
We love your voice.
Thank you.
We absolutely love your voice. So when we were speaking earlier, you said you could mimic voices.
Yeah.
From as little as when? How old?
I think like 10, 11, 12. It's around that age. Back in, my mom owns a beer bar. Right. So you see, she plays all kinds of music. So there was a time that there are some particular songs that she plays, and I could sing them the exact same way. Okay. So it was fascinating, really. So like when the customers come around, she'd be like, come, my daughter can sing this person's song like the exact same, and I could do it like ditto. I think that's where I discovered that I could sing.
You could sing, okay.
Yeah.
Can you do any of those for us? Mimic a voice and express the same rant, express the same rant and emotion.
Right now, I've lost it a bit because I found myself. But let me see. This song. I sang it for you earlier.
That was for me earlier. Yeah. This is for Ghana. Okay. No, just hold your thoughts until you can recollect it.
Yeah.
Why did you start by doing covers? Started doing covers, and that's what threw you into the limelight. Did someone advise you? Why did you decide to start doing covers and not just start doing your own music?
It makes sense to start with something that's already playing, so people can see your take on those songs. People can see your creativity on songs that are already on air or something like that. And of course, I have a team that I work with, and they tell me, okay, we have to start with this, and then move further. Okay. I believe it's a growth process, and it's something that works.
And it's working for you. Yeah. Okay, now tell us about who Ghana Basena is into the music industry. What are you coming to add up? What should we expect from your corner? Give us the whole 411. Who are you?
Okay. So I believe that I'm very unique. I carry a unique destiny in this music world and music industry, and I want to create generational music, not just that people can dance to within the moment and that's it. I want to create music that people can relate to, music that empowers people, and yeah, basically that's the kind of music I want to create, you know, for this industry.
Okay. So
I also want to shed more light on certain genres that are not really, you know, celebrated in the limelight.
Okay. Like what genres are those?
No, like the Disney kind of music, jazz, soul, R&B, blues.
Okay.
It's sincerely, it's not really celebrated like that in Ghana.
Okay.
So I'd love to pioneer that.
Okay. And what would you call that genre? It should have something with a Ghanaian twist.
Yeah, certainly, like very creative, not typical like Disney, but something with a Ghanaian touch to it. We're still working on a name for it. I don't have a name for it right now. So.
Varieties.
Yeah.
How many mashups, covers have you done so far?
The ones that I've put out there are about 7.
Right.
Yeah, but there's some that are very short. The others that are quite longer and professional. Those ones are on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
But the short covers are on TikTok, Instagram.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So because we are talking about the digital process and everything going on social media now, before you do a cover of someone's song, do you ask permission?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But I give credit to the person's song I'm doing. So if you check my YouTube videos, we state that this is the original song is by this artist and this is my cover.
So nobody's going to come for you?
I hope so.
Okay, so nobody's going to come for us if I ask you to do another mashup, right?
I hope not.
Okay, so nobody's going to come for us.
Yeah, right.
Which one are you going to do for us again? Maybe you can do this one by sitting and then...
Oh.
Yes, and then we still have a conversation.
Which one would you like me to, do you want me to do for you though?
It's gonna come up. They're gonna they're gonna bring the microphone and then you're gonna go there. Okay, so your own song is Liberal.
Yeah.
When are you gonna be like a performing artist, an independent artist on your own? Are you gonna stop doing covers?
Definitely.
Okay, so tell us about Liberal.
Liberal, I wrote that song because of a certain experience that I had, a bad one. So someone said there was something that they are not. So the song is basically me finding out who they are and questioning them and breaking free from that lie or deception.
Right.
So basically that's it.
Okay. And when is it going to come out? Is there a video? Is there a plan for a video, an audio release? What's the plan for it? Are your fans looking forward to that?
I hope so. Yes, they are. Before the year ends, we'll put out an EP of, you know, some songs that we are working on, but we just want it to be really solid before we put them out there.
Right. Just coming in, our team on the ground, our Keep an Eye team on the ground, specifically, Alan is in an area around Sakaman where we hear there's a demolition exercise. It's going on now, so we are going to connect to him right now, and he's going to give us the details. Alan, good morning. Right. We're going to be showing you the video soon, and so, yeah, our guy Lanan is at Sakaman, the exact spot that's showing now on air, and he's going to be giving us details as to what exactly is happening there and who the victims of this demolition exercise is. Alan, if you can hear us, you have our ears, we already have your view. What's happening?
Hi, good morning, Valerie, and welcome to Dansuman. We are in Sakaman, to be precise, and so if you want to come towards us, we're on the road that comes off the Sakaman Junction towards Dansuman. You bear a left as if you're going towards the St. Anthony's School or the Alhaji Aliu Mahama Road in Dansuman or South Odoko. Where we are currently is a property belonging to 2 families, we understand. And what you see around us, if you have the benefit of our eye in the sky, you have a whole parade of homes and properties raised to the ground. This, we understand, was carried out by one part of a family. This property belongs to 2 sets of families. And so not as far as 2 weeks ago, one part of the family came to tenants out here, collected rent extensions and gave them 3 months, which will expire at the end of September. Just when they have paid receipts issued, the other part of the family came in
and carried out this exercise. And so people who are resident here, some out at work, and so don't even know their property in these rooms or homes has been raised down, and they can't have access to them because everything is on the ground at the moment. I spoke to a few of the tenants who showed me some of the receipts. I earlier posted some on our platform, and so if you have the benefit of that, you may want to have a look at it. But we're told the police supervised this demolition, and we have seen the police on site as well. I would try and grab a word with some of the tenants who earlier gave me some of their receipts to show to the cameras, and then we will find out what they knew, how long they've been here, and when they knew this exercise was going to take place, and what they did in order to salvage their property. Mama Mpacho Mimache. Me pacho apo mute say. Nyame adom. Me pacho modin kakra nkyere. E fa me Teresa. Me pacho ahana ate. Menti aba me shop wa ha. O shop wa ha. Me pacho dwumadie be course no den ya mane amudi kan bom. Ye wa ha na omo ba say omo betue wa ha. Okay. Enti omo betwe say obi a odi ka bia omo twetwe obi a di no mo kwae. Enti later ana omo sa ba say omo my 3 months up to September. Obi antu 3 months ska. Enti ye container for the obi akotua container 3 months ska. Say September enti ye nim say September no me ba betue. Ye da sorry ya. Ye ba ya omo di bulldozers na adi nyina be sia bubu ha nyina ye nim. Anazo ye September. Me pacho Sika ambeji ye no omo ma mo ho receipt there. Omo ma receipt. Ebi wo ho ama me hwe. And so I have a receipt with a name, a family name on it. And because the family will not be here to respond, I will not put the name out. But what I can see as far as this receipt is concerned is that this woman's name, Teresa Ankoma, is written on it. The amount charged and the period when it expires is all on this receipt as I am showing you. Let me find out some more from this woman. I also spoke earlier to someone who is resident here. I see this woman in some really very broken mood. Let me speak to her and see what she has to say. Ma'am, lo fa na to yote. Oh yeah, me pacho uti fi hebi. Me dan ni. Ma we anya dan yo nia me hunu ya anwea anwea. Ha na mete. Me da ha na joyi. O da ha na joyi. Na joyi. Nti time ben e no mba be yes adwumadie. Around 7:30 6 to 7:30 no mu yes ade we. Oni be ye no amane be na e bo wanse he be ye. Omo ba ha e beji dan e ko 6 months. 6 months ye days ago na e beji dan na esiesie mu. Enye kaketu o. Dan yes we nya kaketuwa ye betu dan ka ye tu dan ka wieyem almost papa no ise papa no beji sika no half no de half am na de o anye ye tu na ka ye to wire to tiles to ahwe to cement to block dan we plywood ene mu ndua ni mu die ene de tie dan ye betu dan mu 6 months pe 6 months pe bra ene na egu we omo ka say omo de sika be bla na omo bobubu dan no ene accept ye omo my letters ahodo ye dey bia omo ba omo be tro ye din me fo be no omo be tro ye din we fo be no omo be tro ye din if I Millicent is there me and my husband and I anope omo ba akọ omo ma ye tempo na ka ye fa sisa ye nuama wo be ho de ye pie me marketing kiti miensa ye pie nkora de se de nkora de mo nya nipa enti omo se wo de mo nuama omo se ni ma ni sha ahwe na se ade na se say when we tutu free I form her me mattress and me school uniform no man na access ade we mu. All right, Meba. So I have also a different receipt. This comes from the Ablekuma North Municipal Assembly, and it says final eviction notice. The date earmarked for the eviction is supposed to be by the 24th of June 2022, and so admittedly, there's a few weeks gone on that actual date. And from what she's telling me, they were assured a refund of whatever they have paid in terms of rent. That has not happened. And they were not given any opportunity whatsoever to move their property from the rooms before they were raised down. Clearly, you can see the effect on this woman. Being that she has a baby behind her and 2 other young children, it is your guess will be as good as mine. Where should I go or she find where to lay her head tonight? Indeed, even if the eviction as well as the demolition will go ahead, I think it is only human that we try and exercise a certain discretion, ensure. So how many police were by there?
Yeah, they bring a lot of giant policemen with guns. And then when the people pushing our children away with guns as if we were some armed robbers or some thieves that we just came to take the house without paying rent or something like that. They push my children away. Policemen cover with their face as if they are going to arrest some armed robbers or thieves or something like that. Gun policemen. We went to the police station. The police people tell us that we should go and deal with our landlords. We should go and deal with our landlord. We go to the small police station. This man was part of it. This man too went some.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Obviously, we can hear what this woman has just said. An allegation I'm unable to confirm or verify that the police drove them away to go deal with their landlords. If you have seen the extent of demolition, clearly no property around me immediately stands, and tenants still have their property, their wares, everything that belongs to them under the rubble. Whether the landlords are going to come and have a sit down with them, that is something we won't be able to say. But with time, we'll keep our ears and eyes on the ground to find out what the aftermath of this demolition will be. By all means, I am sure, given that it involved the police, there will be some documentation to this particular exercise. And at some point, there would be some kind of resolution to this. This so far is the situation out here at Sakama, near Dansoman, in the Greater Accra region, where two families owning a property, due to family feud, one part took rent, the other did a demolition. Surely it must be something to do with someone feeling left out of the booty after the rents had been taken. Thank you very much for coming to us, Valerie. Take it over from us.
Thank you very much, Alan, for that information. That was a keep an eye guy, Alan, on the ground with that information and the videos from Sakaman. That's an area near Dansoman. So back to entertainment business. We are still having the conversation with Ghana Basena, aka Stella Sena. She's the latest addition to the music industry. Okay, so are you doing this alone? Do you have a team? Are you signed onto a management? It's pretty new for you. What's happening in that area?
Okay, I'm not signed to any record label yet, but I do have a team and good friends that I'm working with who are helping me out in this career.
A few good friends is all that one needs, huh? Right. Okay. What about school? What do you do when you're not in the studio recording? What do you do for leisure to take off all the pressure?
I'm just at home. Just on my phone.
Do you help mommy in her bar? Does she still run the bar?
Sometimes I go there.
And so we're going to take a cue from you guys. This is why Ghana Bar is so, like, she's in the limelight and everybody's following her on her hashtag. That's because she does amazing covers, and her own song Liberal will be out shortly. So we're going to go to our screens, and Ghana Bar is going to do what she does best. Before we go though, there's there's a message we got from our producers where we're going to read it to you. It says, "Good morning, GTV. Please bring to your attention that I've seen your program on TV in regards of the grid code demolition and so much touch with this inhumane event, and therefore I humbly say that I have 2 sets of chamber and hall at Shukura in Accra and would like to offer it rent-free for 6 months to 4 sets of families with children to manage for 6 months in order to find a suitable place within this period. Many thanks." His name is Charles Nati Jobwa. And so this is especially to the woman and child. We show the video, the woman who had a baby in her arms. And so if you are part of if your place was demolished during the Greco demolition, our WhatsApp number is 055-556-1034. Reach out to us. There's somebody who's offering rent-free accommodation for 6 months for 4 sets of families. And that's what GTV Breakfast does. Go. Yes, guys, and so this has been our show today. Has been pretty entertaining. The TGIF edition, amazing conversations, and we are the topping on the cake is Ghana Basena, and she's going to serenade us slowly into the weekend, guys. The hashtag to follow is GTV Breakfast.
Machonya china okyodondo, coming like a thief in the night, no joke. Girl, you know, say all of my niggas dembo, nothing you go ever need at all. Machonya china okyodondo, taking it a break, at me, I know the rush, baby. If you want me, catch a roll, mama, so on me, yeah. Show me your jiggle, let me see it. I love to see the woman that is with. I put a couple $1,000 on your wrist. Mama, they can't touch you, yeah. I ain't never seen this kind, babe. Where they do some kind things, make me feel some type of way. You know I'm not just trying to get laid, trying to do some type of things, do it for the right, babe. Baby, make I fire you with my machine gun. 16 runs, I be King Kong, girl, make I sample you on my brand new song. Bevela, girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they get enough time for me. I wanna live with you, I get a reason why I can't let go, for you never. So, man, them suffer to find your love, girl, you never know. Say your conquest, so man, them suffer to find your love. It's your moon touching us all, don't buy udendo. Odo come me, I'm an abro soon to know udendo. It's your touching us, sense, yeah. Met to my dream when I'm a femu, I bent to know. Okoda kayo, odo, odo fu be reba, naji. It's your moon touching us all, don't buy udendo. Odo come me, I'm an abro soon to know udendo. It's your touch and I sense, yeah. Met to my dream when I'm a femu, I bent to know me de. Okoda kayo, odo fu be reba, naji. Me say okoda kayo, odo fu be reba, naji. Okoda kayo, odo fu be reba, naji. Daddy and me, famiko, Daddy and me, famiko, Jojo afato, nyamate maore. La nukata magada mojakaya matada gaore shadola maliode sonya makuna walo afina pova ololo e amala hey sonya makuna walo afina pova ololo e amala hey Daddy anu me famikoto Daddy anu me Daddy anu me besto mi mama feel come on in now and is it? Me no toy kapunta so. I don't know me wa maunkutono. Obiara ni over to me. As a summer tree. Oh, Shemima, Metemira sini nama oh, any day Shemima, Damunti, don't you break my heart. I'm shy, mommy, mom, come up here and come on in our and his head. Mero toy kapunta so. So now me try, mommy mo come over here and come on in our and his head. What's me and myself? Oh, more. I hear say you found somebody new. I hear say. I'll sweetie Kayo. And I'm in the be penno. I'll nana Kayo. In penny for say. Medin kwasi asem, hey, but I do wish you joy and happiness, so baby. See, I do wish you love and happiness, so baby. You deserve better, baby. Baby, you deserve better, baby. Baby, you deserve better, baby. You deserve better, babe. Into your door, Kayo. Na me never be paid. Sweetie, Kayo. Na me never be paid. Kwani do idi emfata me penny obe peme me hieni obe hiame nyanya obe jime wakro and for me go makumesa and to me standing heartbreaks and lies I don't mean for me go makumesa and for me go and for me, God, and to me standing heartbreaks and lies. I don't mean for me, God, and for me, God. She jolly, she jolly, she jolly, she jolly, she jolly, she jolly, she jolly.
I made you say, well, you're friendly. Take me on a date so you could know me.